Raptors 121-103. Spurs sit at 4-0 on the young season. Got a few days off before taking on the Miami Heat inside the Frost Bank Center Thursday night. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas today that as of now, the Cowboys have no trade on the table with the deadline looming 1 week from today.
SportsCenter brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Coming in on one of those Tuesdays after what was a glorious sports night last night. Oh, my goodness, so much to do, so much to see. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and what a night.
Well, what a night. What a morning. Pretty remarkable. I'm curious how many people stayed up, how many people will claim to have stayed up, and how many will be honest that, dude, I went to bed last night, woke up to pee, game was still going, and then I watched the end.
I didn't do that. I said I had to hang it up after the 12th inning. I'm like, dude, I don't know how long this is going to go. They're running out of players, running out of pitchers, running out of everything, and boom, I went to bed. Woke up this morning, got on the phone, I went, holy cow.
Holy cow.
A walk-off.
Dude, it was incredible because, I mean, I had a hell of a weekend. I was tired. We talked about this yesterday. You were tired.
Yep.
Made it to the end of the football game. Watched most of the Spurs game. And had the World Series on the second TV. I was doing split screen for Spurs and Monday Night Football, which is awesome. And it was it's like 10:30. I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yep.
I'm tired. But I put the game on. I'm watching it in bed and figuring at some point I'll either see the ending or wake up to whatever. And I fell asleep. But, man, when I woke up, I was like, is the game still going on? First, when you wake up like, is it a replay? No, this game is still going.
Unbelievable.
And then it was like 3 cups of coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, but now I'm up. And the idea of all right, I've just got to be honest with you.
I don't know what the hell that was.
They're doing some work in the building. And there is something going on right above my head.
Yes.
Now, I don't know who we can call. Do you guys hear that on the air?
Did you hear it? I'm not sure.
Somebody is right above my head, and something was just falling on me. I'm about to leave.
Welcome back to the studio.
Pledge, will you come in here and just peek in the ceiling and tell those guys to knock it off? Because they've unplugged one of the lights in here. They've jacked with the cameras, but whatever the hell is going on, the last thing I want is some guy falling on my head.
Yeah, I'd rather not have that
Not
happen.
the reason I want to go viral. But whatever they were just doing, whatever just hit my shoulder, now everybody's going to YouTube to watch. I'm going to see Minix die on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be must-see TV.
And why is there an apple on the Aggie helmet?
Well, I put
There's
it there.
a lot of things going on with their YouTube channel today.
That Rob Thompson left that here somewhere, and I figured it's his, so I just put it up there on the Aggie helmet. I mean, it looks as good there as anywhere else.
Sure. Well, I mean, they've got the target right now.
They do have the target right now.
Best team in Texas.
I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. If you can, well, that's what's going on, and we'll see if we can get that cleared up without somebody falling on Minix's head.
Dude, when we first started this show, and back then it was 2008, the station was barely on the air, right? And this building was under construction. And, when we first started this radio station, at the time, Waterman had sold to Border. Actually, Waterman had already sold. Whatever, Border Media was taken over. They had all these radio stations on I-10. The only thing in this building here on Eisenhower was KTSA.
Yeah.
And, drawing a blank, KTFM. When KTFM was on the music station, 94.1. Now we're KTFM. But it was, and then we were adding AM 1250 in this studio at the end of the hall, KZDC. And this place was a construction zone. And it was Chris, Dawn Murphy, and myself, and we're doing a show. Johnny Compion was producing at the time. And literally, some dude fell through the ceiling right in the middle of the show. I'm having, seriously, a little bit of a flashback because I'm amazed at that guy because you think about that old studio, they had those tall microphones, and this guy somehow kind of maybe didn't get stabbed by one of those. He just kind of hit it, but fell in between all the microphones and not on anybody.
Well, he's lucky.
He's lucky.
He didn't straddle that thing.
Well,
He goes,
yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
happy Tuesday.
So I've actually been live on the air when somebody has fallen through the season, and
dude, I'm telling you, man, it was it's crazy what's going on. We've got this odor in here too, so I don't know what the hell they're doing up there.
Well,
but
it's some sort of like glue smell.
It's
weird.
When
you say odor in a studio, somebody's going to think Pleasure farted, and that's not the case.
That. It's like
construction epoxy.
I'm just like I'm getting high. I'm like, woo,
that's not making you that loopy.
Floating.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing here today.
We'll
get through it
because you stayed up till 3 a.m. watching baseball.
I did not. I didn't.
You can't use that as an excuse.
I can't lie to the people. I did not stay up. I quit after the 12th inning. But I figure I saw the best part of the game other than the Freddie Freeman walk-off home run. I mean, it was one hell of a game, and I watched quite a bit of it because I bailed out of the football game when Kansas City kind of took over that thing and figured there was no chance of Washington coming back. But so I watched quite a bit of that, and I saw the back and forth, and it was just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I saw Toronto make a lot of dumb mistakes. Because they, quite frankly, should have won that game. I mean, all the Dodgers had last night was Shohei Ohtani.
That's all you need. Which begs the question. When you think about what Toronto ultimately did last night, I'm just going to walk them. Intentional walk, here we go. That's all we're going to do. Kind of going back to Barry Bonds back in the day, should there be a limit on the number of intentional walks a manager gets in a game in general? Should there be a limit on the number of times you can intentionally walk one individual player? Like, I would love it for them to say, you know what, you can only walk Ohtani one time. The rest of the time, you got to pitch to the guy. Now, you pitch around him, that's one thing. But, he said last night after the game, he ain't pitching to that guy again. So, Ohtani's going to pitch tonight. I can't wait to watch that. It's become must-see baseball, must-see television. But when he leads off the game, he's going to just take first base based on what the Toronto manager said last night.
Well, look, I don't like it either, and I would like you got to give more than one. I mean, you can give him a couple. But, again, if you don't want to pitch to a guy, don't pitch to a guy. It's like so I'm watching the game. It's 5-4 Toronto. Ohtani's up to the plate, and whoever the relief pitcher was for the Blue Jays just sent him a meatball straight down the middle of the plate. I'm like, and then boom, it's out of there. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, if you're going to pitch to the guy, but make sure that there's nothing that he can drive out of the ballpark.
I mean, again, your money was on.
No, I had no money on Toronto. I got him for the series, but
for the series, I thought it was just last night's game.
No, I got him to win the series.
Yeah, it was but he missed. It was a bad pitch,
dude. It was down the middle of the plate.
Well, clearly he didn't mean to do that. He missed, and Ohtani made him pay.
Jeez.
I just think about last night, and we'll get into the Spurs too, because my goodness, what a dominating performance by the undefeated San Antonio Spurs.
4-0, baby.
Then you had Monday Night Football, and I'm seeing on our YouTube page, Fred said, went to the Spurs game, put the World Series on, fell asleep, woke up at 1:30, saw the ending. What a game. Think about this, though. The Washington Commanders, the World Series started. A few minutes later, Monday Night Football starts. The Commandskins participated in the game for 4 quarters. Finished the game, showered, did all that kind of stuff, go to the airport. Their flight was delayed almost an hour, 49 minutes. And they were landing in D.C. when the World Series ended. They played an entire football game and then flew from Kansas City to Washington. Now, they weren't on the ground when Freddie Freeman went yard, but they were close. Like they were approaching. They damn near made it all the way back to D.C. before that baseball game ended.
Well, I want to just correct you. I'm not sure Washington played a full football game.
I didn't say played. I said participated.
They participated
I
in
said
one.
they participated.
Not sure they played in a full game.
They participated.
But yeah, they were there for 4 quarters and just some dumb mistakes. Just dumb on the part of the whatever they are these days. But look, Kansas City's back. And even though they struggle a little bit, I mean, Washington gave them hell for a little bit, at least there in the first half. Second half was a different story. But it was just a fun night of sports last night with the Spurs on, the World Series on, and that football game on in May. It was just that's one of the – I wish we had that every night. I mean, I really do. That kind of night is just fantastic.
They're special.
They're very special.
And – 2 out of the 3 were really entertaining. Unless you're a Toronto fan, last night really sucked for you. You watch your basketball team's ass get kicked by a once-in-a-lifetime type of athlete named Wemby, and then your baseball team was getting crushed by a once-in-a-lifetime athlete named Ohtani. It is pretty crazy that the 2 aliens were both beating up Toronto yesterday.
Yeah, that's maybe that's not a coincidence. The aliens.
Oh, is our black helicopter
taking over? We'll start with Canada, eh?
Yeah, well,
and then we'll come to the United States, eh?
That's really bad.
Well,
that was really bad.
I tried.
That was really bad.
I'm just saying, he's stealing my Lucky Charms.
Yeah, your Canadian has a little too much Irish, my friend. Eh? Yeah.
We took care of Toronto.
What a crappy day for Toronto.
Yeah, how are they going to respond?
Did the Maple Leafs win last night?
Who gives a damn?
They do.
This for the Blitz. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited to watch this baseball game today. They're not done.
Dude, they've got to be so devastated.
Dude, neither one of them got any pitchers left.
You take an 18-inning game like that, and you figure whoever loses is devastated. If Toronto somehow, I don't know, why are you sending a slow runner from first to home? That guy was out by a mile. Anyway, they win that
Just
game. I would
stupid,
say Toronto
man.
had all the momentum.
Well, again, I think at some point in time, you're just happy the damn thing's over. You're going to move on to game number 4. Problem for Toronto, Ohtani's on the mound tonight.
Yeah.
But look, I think Toronto's got the better overall hitters, at least in this series. Maybe not. I'm not talking about the whole season or whatever, but in this series, they seem to be hitting the ball better. And if not for Shohei Ohtani putting on a Superman cape and saving the Dodgers' ass last night, then they would have lost that game. I mean, it's just that simple. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not.
I mean, you're not, but it's the Dodgers, and that's what they do. And again, which is why maybe we should make it a poll question. Should Major League Baseball institute a rule that limits the amount of intentional walks you can have either in the game or per player?
Yes, I agree.
And again, I think you should be, but again, this was a debate that we had back in the day with Barry Bonds. At some point, you're a pro, man up, and pitch to him. You get one. I think you should get one a game, because I know. Not that I stayed up the entire time, but when I woke back up and was back vested, I wanted to see Ohtani end that thing, and I was mad when they were intentionally walking. I mean, and and you got Mookie's there, and then Freddie Freeman behind him. It's not like you're trying to get to some scrub, but have the balls to pitch to this guy.
Well, why not have the balls to do away with the stupid designated hitter rule and make Ohtani play somewhere instead of just hit? How about that? How about doing that and actually make managers be managers again?
As an old school NL guy, I'm all for that.
Jeez. I'm telling you, the designated hitter rule is the worst rule in baseball. It's horrible. It's like, well, I was going to say, so I better not say.
Yeah, careful. Careful.
It's like, baseball.
Wow.
Okay? Yes.
Wow.
It's exactly what it is. Goodness gracious.
Wow. Wow.
Don't like the designated hitter rule. Because think about it. If that wasn't there, Ohtani'd have to play somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't just be a designated hitter.
Sure.
I mean.
Well, we all understand what you mean by that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk more baseball coming up because I'm ready to go now. I'm fired up, ready. And we've got our poll question up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Good work there, Pledge. Should Major League Baseball institute a rule change to take away the intentional walk or limit?
Yeah, we'll edit that.
Limit the intentional walk. I don't mind
it there, but you just can't use it all the time. It's got to be special, like the red challenge flag for an NFL coach. Do you really want to use it here, or do you want to hold on to that thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good question. So go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, vote in our poll, and we'll update you with those results as we go on throughout the show. That's for sure. Jerry Jones.
Sorry. Yeah, my buddy Cam is just sending me some emojis for your baseball analogy.
He is.
He's quickly coming up with some art for it.
I'm sure he is.
That could be on some T-shirts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he is.
Well done.
Uh-huh. I'd have to see those during the break, and I will. Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan. I think what's her name on Saturday Night Live was selling pillows like that.
Something like that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Golly, that was one of the best
Careful.
shows of Saturday Night Live in a long time.
I'm pregnant.
It was. We're here from Jera. Is there a trade coming for the Dallas Cowboys? Already saw on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page a rumor, and I want to check that out during the break. It better not be true, but we'll check it out when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Arizona Cardinals for Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It's lights out for Tulane. The UTSA Roadrunners host the Green Wave, presented by Cowboys Heating and AC, in a primetime national television game Thursday night in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. All fans are encouraged to wear black. Come celebrate Halloween with us and turn the lights out on Tulane. Tickets on sale starting at $24. Purchase online at goutsa.com or call 210-458-8872. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us, with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24-monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Coming in on a Tuesday in a great mood. Why do people think I'm angry about everything all the time? Minix, I don't understand that. In a great mood. Happy, smiling. Just, there's some things that are irritating in life that you just have to get through.
Kitty baseball?
Kitty baseball. The designated hitter rule. Kitty baseball.
Mm-hmm. Mouth breathers.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what else bothers you?
Well, we don't have enough time.
Guys,
it's only a 4-hour show.
Working in the ceiling.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to change. The boss was in here and scoping things out, so we'll see what happens. But Tony M says I ought to dress up as Grumpy from Snow White for Halloween.
No, Halloween, you're supposed to be something different than you normally are.
Oh, my goodness. I'm in a great mood today. Hope you are as well. Thanks for joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We've got a poll there. Should Major League Baseball institute a rule change to limit the intentional walk, not take it away completely, but to limit it for players? So if you walk Shohei Ohtani once, you can't walk him again, but you can walk everybody else once.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, I don't know what the right rule is. We need to reword that question, Pledge. Are we allowed to do that? You can't just end that one and start a new one?
I can end it and start a new one,
right,
but I can't.
Why don't you do that?
Edit it.
Well, no, don't edit it. Just end that one and start a new one. I know. Because, again, I don't want to take it away completely. That would skew the vote. I do think a manager should have a limited number of intentional walks to use in a game, and you can only use whatever the amount is, whether it's 2 or 4 or 3, but one player could only get it one time. But you can't use it like you got 9, go for it. No, I think they need to be limited because that's part of it, man. Can your guy can my pitcher get your guy out?
Well, yeah. Again, I think you should be allowed to walk. It's per player. So if you got an Ohtani, because I don't think Toronto's interested in necessarily, unless the situation calls for it, is interested in walking anybody else intentionally. So you say one intentional walk per player. I'm cool with that. Or I don't know, but I agree with you. I agree with it's baseball. It's pro baseball. I mean, the guy's great, but
3 a game, 1 player, 1 per, I think, is what I would do. Almost like, you get 2 challenges, unless you get 1 right, then you get another one, right?
Yeah.
1 per half. And if you're right, you can, I think something like that, limited to where you have to use it strategically as well. I mean, based on what we heard last night, if the manager is true to his words, and he said it last night, John Schneider, hey, we ain't ever going to throw that way. No, he's walking every damn time. I'm never pitching to that guy again.
Well, see, I lose a lot of respect for that. I really do. The guy is still human, I think.
No.
Maybe he's a robot. I don't know. But, I mean, come on. You're all professional baseball players. If you can't go mano-a-mano with this guy, then you should go back down to the minor leagues. I mean, let's go.
Yeah.
You got to be able to place your pitches in a spot where he can't. I mean, that's that one pitch, dude. It was like he was in a batting cage with an electric thrower.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was right down the middle. It was crazy. Right down the middle.
Sounds like Jerry Jones. He's right down the middle. You don't know what he's thinking right now. Is he going to make a trade? Is he not going to make a trade? Jerry Jones this morning on 105.3 The Fan said, right now, no.
I don't have a weight on that. It's all there. In other words, all options are there, and I do not have. I can tell you this right now: there is not a trade in my mind, the beginning and end of one, as we sit here and talk at all. And that's not a hedge. We just don't have one at this time that I would do.
Not
that you
a hedge.
Would tell us about.
Well, that he would do. I mean, it sounds to me like there's not one there. Trade deadline's a week from today, by the way.
Well, I mean, the day before he traded Micah Parsons, he said he was not going to trade Micah Parsons.
Well, he did say that.
I mean, the art of the negotiation, and we know he negotiates through the media. So maybe there is something working, but it's not yet to his liking. He's not ready to pull the trigger on it. Either that team is trying to be a little greedy or Jerry is, which wouldn't surprise me. Because we're not at the deadline yet. Deadlines make deals. Unless that was just too good of an offer, what are you going to do? And I worry because they play Monday night. And, so a week from yesterday, they're playing Arizona. It is a home game. Blitz will be live out at the Roo Pub. Looking ahead, would that game against Arizona affect his thinking when it comes to pulling a trade at the deadline?
No, I think you're trying to improve what you're going to be doing in November and December and January. You're trying to do that, but how big a price you want to pay for it? Do you want to take a pick, for instance, that could pick maybe the 35th player in the draft for the player that can help you through January? Now, obviously, you'd say, no, I want one that helped me through many Januaries in the future. Every club in the NFL is looking for that deal. Every club. That specific deal right there. And that's not to say that we don't all have competition, but you just have to sit there and see if it fits us. There's no magic. Secondly, we had several things that didn't play right Sunday, not to be tried or not to be anyway. One addition at this time to correct what we would like to totally correct Sunday has got to be from within, not from without.
And look, he's saying a lot of things there, but the gist of it, in my mind, is Jerry doesn't want to go spend a draft pick on a rental. He wants to go spend it. If he's going to spend a draft pick, he wants to get a guy that is going to be with the team for at least 2 or 3 years. And that's what I get. He does not want to go out and get a Trey Hendrickson, for example, and just be here for, the rest of the season and that's it, because he doesn't think one guy is going to fix that defense. And I think he's absolutely right.
He is right in that, and we know Jerry well enough that he doesn't want to spend anything on a rental unless the rental is his option, like a George Pickens, his option. Although, according to reports, they haven't even started talking about an extension. His decision on Kenny Clark. You look at that Kenny Clark deal and his contract. acquiring him a much better deal than what we all thought when it first happened because of the non-guaranteed money in his contract next year and the lack of dead money if they did decide they wanted to move on or if they decide to keep him. It's cheap. So those are the kinds of guys that Jerry is shopping for. Not a Max Crosby, not a Trey Hendrickson. Maybe it's going to be a linebacker because they suck in that area right now. Now, yesterday we heard Brian Schottenheimer talk about there was going to be some major changes. Jerry was asked this morning by the boys on the Fan, what did he mean by that?
I think you'll see some of the players, you don't have the hours that it would take to get into any specifics, but
wait, hold on.
I think you'll see more time.
Did he really just
spent.
say there ain't enough hours in this day to go over all the changes we were talking about? Is that what he meant by that?
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
All right.
I think you'll see some of the players, you don't have the hours that it would take to get into any specifics, but I think you'll see more time spent in the linebacker room by coaching. I think you'll see a lot of, on the offensive side of the ball, I'll see a lot of zeroing in by the meetings and the coaching staff on I mentioned it 2 or 3 times, your penalty situation. And I think we'll continue to work to eliminate those turnovers. We had them there Sunday. We hadn't had them on offense. That'll help you get behind the 8 ball in these football games. But bottom line, the answer here, because the areas were numerous, because they are things that we've all seen addressed, cleared up. Every one of these players have played in a way, and they've had many, many snaps this year, playing in a way that if they would play that way all at the same time, or the majority of them at the same time, we have a different outcome.
Jerry does not want to make a trade. He doesn't want to. He thinks he's got everybody there. Overshown's coming back. Siobhan Ravel's coming back. He's got everything he needs to fix this problem. It's coming from within.
That's the way for us to improve, is to technically get better.
Well, technically they need to get better, and they're going to get better by way of a trade. Again, the more I hear him talk that way, the more I think he's got somebody working the phones. He is looking to improve. You know, Steven's going to be here Thursday. Promise you. Oh, man, roster improvement 24/7, 365. Any way we can improve the roster, we're going to do it.
Yeah, sure. And that's not untrue, but it doesn't tell us anything about what they're doing. You getting a little nervous yet about that beer bet?
No.
You should be.
Why should I?
Jerry's not going to make a trade.
I've got an entire week.
Jerry's not going to make that trade.
And again, all he has to do is make a move. It could be a minor move, and you go from there.
Sure.
Joe Pledge can say Joe's on a heater. I think Joe a week out asking me if I'm nervous is a sign that he's nervous as hell that Jerry's going to pull off a trade.
I'm not. The more I hear Jerry, he's not going to do anything.
See, the more I hear Jerry, the more I think he's trying to get something done.
I guess it's how you interpret
He's playing
Jerry.
it close to the vest.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, he plays a little close to the vest. They tend to get quiet right around the time a deal gets done. I mean, it's like listening to him talk about Trayvon Diggs. Tell me, I mean, how many times, unless it's been Jerry in court, does he give one-word answers like no elaboration whatsoever?
Diggs' biggest problem is he's injured, and it's not the same knee that he's been doing his rehab with. So that's his number one challenge. Unfortunately, he's got a handful of challenges here that are physically related, and that's why he was the status he's got today.
Jerry, is there a chance, or can you see a scenario where Diggs has played his last game for this team?
I don't see that today at all.
Jerry, you talked about his love of, or you talked about loving football just a second ago. Do you still feel good about Trayvon Diggs' love of football?
Yes, I do. But again, he's got to get well, and he hasn't been.
Jerry, Micah came out yesterday and said, I feel like they screwed Diggs over. The organization let him down. My question to you is, do you feel like Trayvon rushed to start the season too early? Did that kind of set him back from the beginning versus maybe waiting a little bit longer, getting banged up?
No, not at all.
Jerry, just for clarification,
Jerry Jones?
Is it Trayvon's other knee that has been giving him the problem here as of late?
It's his other knee that's injured, yes. Not his reconstructed knee.
Jerry, you're under oath. You're under oath. I mean, Jerry's normal non-answer is a minute and a half. That was 4 seconds. That's why we played just that whole stretch of what the morning guys were doing on 105.3 The Fan this morning, because all of a sudden Jerry turned into like the key witness in a major trial. Plead the fifth. Nah, he did say today, right? No, I don't see that today.
Trayvon Diggs will no longer be a Dallas Cowboy next year. Mm-hmm. He won't be there, and nor should he be. I think the dude he had his best year, his first year, and that's about it. He hadn't done anything else. Got a lot of money, and what can Micah just shut up? Oh. Gives a damn what Micah says about it. You're not a Dallas Cowboy anymore.
I think he's a bum.
He's a Green Bay Packer, isn't he? What difference does it make what they're doing with Trayvon Diggs?
He was asked about his good friend Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it goes. And he answered and talked about how the organization has screwed him over, and Jerry turned into Bill Belichick. We're on to Tennessee.
Yeah, exactly right. Good night. Just go play football in Wisconsin, Micah. Will you do that? Hey, how about those Spurs, man? Woo! Speaking of a team that is on a roll, the Spurs are definitely on a roll. Last night, they take care of the Toronto Raptors, off to a 4-0 start. Victor Wembanyama playing out of his mind right now. We're going to hear from the alien when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Vic was incredible last night, and I know if you were playing on underdog, you probably had a lot more excitement watching that as your pick'em entries were turning green. That's the best part of playing on underdog, whether you're looking at blocks, although Vic last night, I hope you had lower on blocks, because it wasn't a block party for him last night. Points, assists, rebounds, Steph Castle. I mean, underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Make your picks and win money right now in Texas, and it's easy. You just choose higher or lower on stats, whether it's rebounds, points, steals, three-pointers. Get all your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Use promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. Promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Are you facing an unexpected financial emergency? You need WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com helps you get up to $5,000 fast. WeFixMoney.com is free to use, available 24/7, and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Go to the name you trust, WeFixMoney.com. If you need emergency cash, up to $5,000 for bills or anything else, type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. That's WeFixMoney.com.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, college impact, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB. The Halloween parties at the Rue Pub have become legendary. Plan now for the biggest and best Halloween party in San Antonio, Friday, October 31st. Kick off the party weekend at the 12th annual Halloween party with DJs inside the Rue Pub and Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. No cover charge and a $1,000 costume contest at midnight. This is the Halloween party you don't want to miss. Friday, October 31st, the Halloween party of the year. We'll see you at the Rue and wear a costume.
It's Breeders' Cup Weekend at Retama Park, Friday, October 31st and Saturday, November 1st. Admission is free on Friday and just $5 on Saturday, with gates opening on Friday at 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 10 a.m. Enjoy open concessions, great food, and non-stop racing excitement. Reserve your seat now for Saturday. That's Breeders' Cup Weekend, October 31st and November 1st at Retama Park off 35 South in Selma. Victory starts here at Retama Park Racetrack. Must be 21 or older to wager. How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
Oh, happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're having a great one out there. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. We appreciate you stopping by here and spending some time with us, because everybody's excited about the San Antonio Spurs. Are they not? How could you not be?
Last night's game was phenomenal.
All four have been.
But even like yesterday, we're sitting at the Rue Pub talking about Toronto's good. Spurs made it look easy, especially in the first half. 41 points in the first quarter. And the daily, what did Wemby do to amaze you? Was it the handling, like he was in the end one tour, or the 360 layup? And that was before he broke a sweat.
I think all of the above. I mean, everything this guy does for a guy that is 7 foot, whatever he is.
8.
7'8" now.
Sure.
Why not? We can throw whatever we want out there. But the things that man can do for his size, I can't recall anybody else that I've ever seen that tall be able to do some of the things that he does. He can do everything a guy 6'1" can do. It's just incredible the way he moves, as smooth as he is, and just how he really seems to have a great understanding of the game. Not that he didn't before, but I just think this year, man, the sky's the limit for that guy.
The idea that he truly is just getting started. And what's amazing, it's not just him. Dylan Harper, one of 4 rookies in Spurs history to score double figures in their first 4 career games. He joins David Robinson, Willie Anderson, and Vic. He's playing well. The Raptors couldn't get a rebound last night to save their life. And I think that might be what's more impressive. You get the wow factor from what Wemby does offensively. But the team defense that Mitch Johnson has this group playing is incredible.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They're playing great defense. They're scoring a lot of points. And it's just exciting. It really is exciting to see. Now they get a couple of days off. I'm sure they got today off, but Mitch will probably have them back in the practice facility tomorrow and going over a few things. And then they've got the Miami Heat coming up on Thursday night. So just to have the excitement back for this Spurs team, and knowing that the way they're playing, and they've got some players and all of this, and still some players to come back. That's what's amazing about it. You still got a De'Aaron Fox that's coming back, and a Jeremy Sohan that's coming back. So Mitch Johnson about to get some more ammunition in his belt.
But again, 4-0. What's amazing, the Spurs as an organization has never started 5-0.
Great. I mean, I think those are 4 games that we're supposed to win. Like if we lost them, we would have been disappointed. And we need to keep the standard. So, but say we're where we want to be.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it's better than 3-1, right, Vic?
Sure.
4-0 is better than that.
I mean, and they have a really good vibe to this group.
Yeah, we're loving it. It's we always love playing basketball no matter what, but it's a little bit easier, to go to bed at night when you win. It's easier to come to practice. It's easier to do the hard things for recovery or scouting or the little efforts on the court, because you have the results right in front of your eyes. So it's like a positive cycle,
Positive cycle. By the way, Miami's got to play tonight. They're playing, I believe, at home. Where'd I go? Yes, at home against the Charlotte Hornets tonight. And so they'll have a day off before they get here. It won't be a back-to-back for them. You know what's sad about Thursday night? That Miami-San Antonio game ought to be on TNT.
Well, TNT doesn't do basketball anymore.
I know. And that's sad to me.
I mean, you understand that.
Wembenyama! Well, it's sad to me. I'm looking at the Thursday night schedule and going, well, Golden State and Milwaukee are on NBA TV. Woo!
What channel is the Spurs game on?
I'm guessing it's on FanDuel.
All right. What's really kind of bothered me about the Thursday night game?
What's that?
You got UTSA playing at home against Tulane.
Oh, that's true.
In their lights out game. It is, and again, one of the interesting things with this group, young, with the nice mix of some veteran guys in there, hopefully that will keep things a little bit even keel, but that's one of the biggest challenges now for Mitch Johnson.
Yeah, it's hard. We have young players that are good, and there's a lot of teams doing this league, and there's a certain level of enthusiasm, excitement, energy in young people, period, right? So sometimes it's a superpower and it's for good, and sometimes we need to take a deep breath and compose ourselves and show some poise, and sometimes we need to be held accountable of not getting ahead of ourselves. But these guys right now have done a good job since the start of training camp of just taking it day by day and not trying to ride the ebbs and flows and the roller coasters of the emotions of the long season.
Yeah, because last time I checked, there's 78 games left. So I'm just saying we might not want to get too high. It's exciting right now.
I'm a Debbie Downer, dude.
I'm not being a downer. I'm excited about it. But
or 78 more games.
Well, there are. Is that not a fact?
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
So I'm just saying there's 78 more games to go. But me and Mitch Johnson apparently the only ones that know that.
Look, I mean, this is a more mature team. And Wemby talked about the growth that this team has had. Still Cup 5.
Can still get better, especially coming out of second half. But I mean, we definitely know ourselves better, know where to get to, and also for me, it's like recognizing also the game better. Like I hear an opponent say they're gonna do this or that, and like immediately thinking, okay, that means we need to run this. So it's, I guess it's just individual growth. It's, a sum of, a bunch of players, coming together for the same project.
This is true. We're the same project. Dude,
Marble.
I'm excited as anybody about this 4-0 start. Miami's going to be a tough challenge, though, I think. I mean, they're very well going to be 3-1 when they come in here on Thursday. It might be the toughest challenge that the Spurs have had yet.
I think we went into last night's game thinking it was Toronto was going to be the toughest challenge that they had yet. Although Toronto is now 1-3, while the Spurs are 4-0 on the season. But again, 121-103, and quite frankly, it didn't feel that close. Toronto had a good second half. 41 points in the first quarter for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, just the way they are playing, and my goodness, fun basketball to watch. They are a fun team to watch.
No, it's fun. I love the way they're playing, and only going to get better. Especially you watch guys like Castle and Harper, and know that those two guys have a long run ahead of them, as does Victor Wembanyama. You could foreseeably see, as long as we're looking into the future and throwing spaghetti against the wall. I mean, that could be your new big three, right? I mean, if we keep going and those guys continue to improve, who knows?
Well, and you think about it, the game last night. You know, obviously winning is helpful. Entertaining basketball is helpful. People last night, apparently at the arena, got Vote Spurs, vote shirts.
Good-looking shirts.
Yeah, the good-looking T-shirts. Peter Holt addressed the crowd again. And then there's more mailers going out. In fact, I saw on social media, Peter Holt and his wife, they went and voted today. Today.
Well, there's plenty of time. It ends on Friday.
It ends on
Friday.
Friday.
Early voting, and then, of course, the election day is on Tuesday. So,
but, I mean, I don't know. Do you find it odd that a guy like Peter Holt would wait until Tuesday to go vote? Like all last week, what was he doing? I mean,
busy man.
Well, I know he's busy, and he probably had to put it within his schedule. It just seemed kind of odd that he would wait. Now, there is a big rally tonight, a Vote Spurs vote rally at the Pearl, Stable Hall at the Pearl. Sean Elliott is going to be one of the lead speakers, along with Cody Davenport and a bunch of other people. But then live music, trolley rides to the polls from 6 to 7.
Really?
Yeah, and they're even bringing livestock animals, is what it says here.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
But another, they say their final rally tonight out at the Pearl. And remember when I was complaining that I wasn't getting any kind of things in the mail and other people were? Well, now it feels like it's every other day. The one that I got yesterday, and I'm showing it on the YouTube page right now, they're getting creative. It says, "Don't be spooked by the ballot language. It was written by lawyers, not goblins or ghosts. It's just a hotel tax paid by tourists, not San Antonio families."
Which is all true in this vote, and I'm glad they're still sending those things out. Glad that Peter Holt is still speaking at Spurs games. Sounded like a very enthusiastic crowd there last night when it comes to this vote. So if you've got, what does that hold, 15,000?
Yeah, well,
roughly thereabouts, the Frostbank Center.
As I look at the box score, it says the attendance was 18,354.
Well, there you go.
A sellout.
I believe it. And look, this start, we can laugh at it, but this start can't do anything but help that.
Absolutely.
I mean, it can't. It has to. And so I'm looking forward to next Wednesday. Or Tuesday night, I guess, is after we get off the air and the results start coming in, and then we'll see how that thing played out.
You want to just drive over to Ken's so we can get some pizza and watch the election results roll in?
You think they'll have us?
Does your key card still work?
No.
Have you tried?
I have tried.
Really?
Have you seen that place over there, Minix? It looks like a jail.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it really does.
But I mean, they know you. Your picture's probably still on the wall over there.
I don't know about that. Well, there are a few pictures of me in there. I saw that once. But yeah, it's like, you got to be buzzed in and
old timers day,
and you got to.
It's election night, man. All hands on deck.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Vinny is going to be doing news
reports.
reports.
Do live shots at 10 o'clock?
Absolutely.
Why not? No, I'll watch from the comfort of my living room.
Me too.
that'll be
Still
good
might
enough.
do pizza.
Yeah,
but
well,
you
maybe
never know.
that could be.
It's
Very well
Taco
could be.
Tuesday.
We got tacos to give away?
No, but we don't give away food on Tuesday.
We got lots of stuff to give away.
Yeah,
we'll
we
start
do.
doing that, including UTSA Tulane tickets for Thursday night, by the way. Jeff Traylor, the head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, is going to join us at 4:30 this afternoon. Looking forward to speaking with him. ND Kalu will be here at 3:30.
Charean Williams.
Yeah, Charean Williams from ProFootballTalk.com will be here at 5:15. So we got a full slate of
Yeah,
that.
we do.
But we got a lot to do before they get here. When we come back, you remember Bonnie and Clyde, right?
Well,
The old
the
gangsters?
legend of, yes. It wasn't like Friends.
I wonder before they went in and robbed a bank, did they sit outside and have sex?
You think about those things?
Well, I'm just curious because there is a story coming out that some alleged thieves, they decided they were a little frisky first before they were going to rob the joint. We'll tell you all about that.
Spicy and naked.
Uh-huh. So we'll tell you all about
On
that when we
video.
return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available for residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my home through the years. They do fantastic work and have for well over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. I know at my house they put over a spotlight over one of the grills outside, extra outlets in the garage, dimmer lights in the living room. They've moved lights. They've done work at Ryan Eagle's house. They've done a lot of work here at the radio station because that's what they do. Whether it's a project at your house, a project at your business, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. And get this, never a service charge and always free estimates. So it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. Call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
George gets justice. After an accident, a lot of people think they can't afford a lawyer. They're already stressed, hurting, or maybe out of work, and the last thing they need is a big retainer fee to get help. But here's the truth. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you only pay if they win. Real help is within reach. Right now, call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Boo! I'm your old cheap water softener. Trick or treat, I got news for you. I'm not working again. Some days I just don't feel like it.
Just imagine what the inside of your home's pipes look like with all that hard water. Now that's scary.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I'm Jason at Connecticut Quality Water Softeners of San Antonio and the Hill Country. Don't let your old sporadic water softener ruin your house. Get a Connecticut. A Connecticut system can actually lengthen the life of your appliances, protect your pipes from buildup, and gives you soft skin and silky smooth hair.
Oh, don't listen to him. Stick with me, your old junky water softener. I'm lazy, but cute.
There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is the last water softener you ever own. Call us at 210-656-PURE. And right now, we'll give you a free reverse osmosis drinking station right at your kitchen sink.
Ooh, I'm tired. I need to take another break.
ConnecticutSA.com.
911, what's your emergency?
A tornado. It's coming right at us.
ABC Thursdays, the 911 universe expands to Nashville.
A fire out is a tornado. 2 miles!
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Get everyone you can and send them out here now.
Chris O'Donnell, Jessica Capshaw, Kimberly Williams-Paisley, Leanne Rhymes.
We are on the move. The hell to save, kid.
911 Nashville. All new Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey has asked the NCAA to rescind a pending rule change that will allow athletes and athletic department staff members to bet on professional sports beginning November 1st. That's according to ESPN. Sankey says this policy change represents a major step in the wrong direction. LA Dodgers won a marathon game last night to take a 2-1 World Series lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 4 tonight on 94.1.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Tuesday after a big sports Monday. Last night was so much fun. Hope everybody enjoyed all the sports that we had to partake in last night. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and we're happy to have you along on this Tuesday afternoon. And Minix is supposed to get cold later.
That cold front's arriving, right?
Is it? It's supposed to be here. I was told sometime between 2 and 4 today.
Well, we're inside. We're in a room without windows.
So we don't know.
So when you guys know the cold front is here, let us know on the YouTube page. And quite frankly, I mean, I know it might be tough, Joe. We got to walk out of the building into our cars in shorts.
I'm not going to have a problem with that.
Is it going to snow?
I don't think so.
All right.
I didn't see that on my little weather app. But
are we going to need the heater?
Nah. I don't think so.
Heated seats, maybe.
Nah.
Heated steering wheel?
Nah.
No?
I think we're going to be we're going to be okay.
It's just going to be a little windy?
It probably will be windy.
Will Reinigel's hair move?
No.
Are you sure?
Are you kidding me?
I mean,
Come on.
that's the true wind factor. If the hair moves, we know it's windy as hell outside.
Now, see, it's only going to get down. It says 54.
Well, that's cold.
Well, that's tonight. You'll be snug in your bed, I'm sure, and you won't have to worry about it. High tomorrow is only 68 according to this particular weather app. That's pretty good. Shorts tomorrow. We wearing jeans.
Are we planning outfits? Are we coordinating what we're going to wear tomorrow, Joe?
Minix will have jeans and a half zip on. I promise you, a blue one.
That's pretty safe bet.
Pretty safe bet.
And I hope I remember tomorrow morning. Do I have a different color half zip? It might be black.
Could be black.
What'd you say, Pledge? I can't.
Don't you have a red Army Navy one?
I do have a red Army Navy one. I tend not to wear red. It could be black. Although I'm kind of in the T-shirt hoodies now, those long-sleeve hoodies or those light hoodies.
Yeah,
those are pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I got one of those from Jerry Jones sold it to me at training camp.
It's going to be 76 and windy when we get off work, so we'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Come on.
Winds could gust up to 27 miles an hour, and that's not near enough to move the heads.
No,
move your hairs. I mean, you'd have to go to Jamaica. If you were in Jamaica right now, your hair would be out of place.
Dude, now Jamaica, that's a bad scene there.
That's awful.
But it takes a hurricane to do that.
Only time we've ever seen you with messed up hair, and then you put on a hat, so we wouldn't have that enjoyment.
Well, that was Sydney's fault.
Oh, yeah.
The hair stood up, and then it fell.
Are we talking about hair?
We're talking about hair.
Your hair?
And everything else, for goodness sake.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Speaking of...
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Now, I've never broken into a restaurant.
No?
Or anything else for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would need to get into the right mindset to go steal something. I have no experience. If you do and you'd like to share, please call us. But there's some thieves, and apparently it's not the first time they've broken into a place. But there's all these new spots that are getting built that I look at like Bubbles and Bourbon or elsewhere too, and they're cool places to hang out. But they're also designed for your Instagram moments. For your social media, great picturesque type settings and the cool vibe. Well, there's a place, this feels like it should be out of Florida. Instead, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Well, same thing. They said they might have a little more money in Scottsdale. Who knows?
Not a little more. But a couple, man and woman, couple. Got to be clarify that. They're breaking into a place. Now you realize, pretty much anywhere you go, there is security cameras rolling. So this couple, they break into a place, and nice restaurant that apparently is built for your IG, and they got this area with all these flowers and whatnot, and so they break in, and on camera, well, they don't know they're on camera because they're dumb criminals.
They're dumb. You're always on camera these days.
Well, they have sex.
Yes,
they're in their fancy floral Instagram setting. I mean, I guess they broke in and went, well, let's do it.
It's a beautiful spot.
It is.
Smell the flowers. It's like boom, chicka wow.
I mean, I don't know.
And go a little harder.
Is there a secret alarm? Could we get this done before the cops get here and get away with $700 worth of stuff, including alcohol from this restaurant bar?
Well, keep in mind, this happened at 3:50. The cops didn't show up till 10.
Well, because apparently this place didn't have an alarm. When they went to open at 10, they realized somebody broke in. They called the cops.
And they were all scouring the footage.
Yeah, let's see
the
who
video
did this.
footage. Yeah,
look, there they are breaking in.
Yeah.
They're there. What is she doing? Oh.
Hey, if you got time, you're in the mood. It's 3:50 in the morning. They might have had a few drinks. It's just that the mood hit them, and maybe they hadn't had who knows?
I mean...
Boy, that hooker just lifts me every day.
I'm telling you, you just, some people do things for thrills, Minix, and so it's like maybe they had that planned all along. We're going to go rob this restaurant, but before we do, we're going to have a little fun outside.
Spicy and naked.
Well, I mean, they did, according to the employees, they were having sex in the Rose display, a popular place for customers to snap photos. The lead server, her name is Caitlin Sorensen, she told an Arizona news outlet, quote, "We pulled the surveillance and we were disturbed. Who would do that? Just gross. We don't want that here."
Yeah, whatever.
They violated our roses, stole cash, liquor, and our host phone. They posted on the restaurant's Instagram page. And then they showed enough of the video from surveillance on the social media to see if anybody could recognize a face. Nothing else.
Well, and that's too bad because
I know what you were looking for.
A former boyfriend or girlfriend might have recognized that. She got a beauty mark right there. I knew it. I know that's her. Exactly.
And she's wearing a hoodie, so but you could see enough of her face.
Yeah.
For a moment. And then her face disappears off the video.
It was so props to them, I mean, my goodness, props to them.
Sure.
What a thrill. And to our knowledge, at least at this point in time, they have not been caught. So
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hey, when you're in the mood, you're in the mood. When love strikes, it strikes. You call that a road win?
How do you classify that?
That's got to be. I mean, that's got to be.
I mean, technically,
or neutral site, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
But there's a thrill factor in there. I mean, because if you join the Mile High Club, you don't call that a road win. You've joined the Mile High Club. Is there a breaking and entering place?
Well,
right.
Technically, that could be considered breaking and entering. It's
no.
You're certainly entering. You might not be breaking.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean. You got willing participants there.
Well,
so
true.
There's no break. I mean, probably all of us have some interesting locations, right? And there was a certain thrill of getting caught that was a part of your reason for that, or
I just think, what I think it just very innocent. It was a thrill. They were going to rob this place. The adrenaline's flowing, and it's like, maybe we got to blow off a little steam first.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
The whole thrill of the chase there and the theft and all of that stuff, and yeah. So props to them.
Sure.
So I hope it was worth it because when you go to jail now,
I mean,
you might be having sex in a different way.
Try to shove it up their ass,
or something like that. Exactly right.
Pledge! Scott Van Pelt might be leaving the late night sports center.
Dude, and now I don't blame Van Pelt for wanting to do that. He's probably tired of working those late night hours. But that would be kind of sad. He's going to apparently he's going to slide into the old around the horn time slot, which was about 4:00 in the afternoon, something like that.
I mean, because he's hosting Monday Night Football. He's Mike. According to the article, and the fact that one of the ESPN bosses is openly talking about this is a possibility is kind of odd too. But major events, he might still do a late sports center. But, it's funny. The last time we had Scott on this show at one of the Super Bowls a couple of years ago, he was talking about he doesn't know if he could run that late night shift forever. And he didn't want to do it forever.
It's a pain in the ass to do that.
His quality of life. And
yes,
what's crazy though is his ratings are right up there with, the Kimmels and the Fallons and all those other late night shows. There's an audience for it, and he has become the staple. Going back, in our day, it was, Stuart Scott and Rich Eisen and Keith Oberman. I was drawing a blank. And stop. But, and now it's Scott Van Pelt. I mean, can you run bad beats at 4:30 in the afternoon? Would it have the same effect?
Well, no, but I think Van Pelt is talented enough. He would come up with some kind of entertaining show for that time slot. Look, I don't blame him. It was one of the reasons that I decided to not do TV anymore. I got tired of getting home so damn late. And I'm serious, and it affects your quality of life. I don't know if Scott Van Pelt is married or if he's got a family or not. I'm not sure.
Married kids.
I mean, you're working till that late, even though he is in L.A., as it was pointed out.
He's in
D.C.
Doesn't matter. He's in D.C.
Oh, he's in D.C.?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's really late there.
For him, he moved home to be able to do that in that studio, which incidentally is where PTI and Around the Horn and all that stuff was filmed. So, they could create something. It'd be interesting to see ultimately what happens with SVP. Did you watch Monday Night Football last night?
I did.
I mean, because I know there were a lot of different things. There were a couple of interesting moments during Monday Night Football. Now, I didn't see this live. I don't watch the Manning Cast a lot unless I see they've got a guest on and I flip over. But Peyton Manning about lost his mind last night early on in the game.
Kind of that shot area, he'll go a blitz zero, try to get you out. Oh, no. Oh, no, you're kidding me. It cannot happen. God, it can't happen. That is another
screen,
just
got a
wide
good
receiver
play.
screen. I like it. Getting it out of your hand. It just Debo just tipped it up. Went off his hands to his face mask, right to the defender. Gosh.
It's just a killer, Paige. Just a killer.
Come on, we don't.
You got
we
a
don't-
great
we don't have
drive
to,
going.
We don't slide catching a tip ball. Let's just get off the. My gosh. Ooh, took his eyes off of it.
Yeah, just looking to see where those blockers were right there. Unfortunate right there.
I think the Mannings had a bet on Washington last night. They were pissed off.
But I mean, he's such a perfectionist as a quarterback, and he knows that goes on the quarterback's record.
It does. It does.
Mahomes had one like that too.
He did.
But
I
your Debo,
didn't see that because I don't watch the Manning cast either. But
through your hands off the face mask and it gets intercepted, and Peyton Manning is just losing his mind. And then later in the show, Troy Aikman lost his mind on what, as soon as it happened, he knew it was going to be a penalty on Washington for roughing the passer.
You see, he gets a
personal
hold of
foul,
Mahomes.
unnecessary roughness, defense. Number 95, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yeah, didn't land on him, threw him down. Yeah, and it wasn't a lot, but with that said, you just, when it comes to quarterbacks, especially this one, they're going to protect them. And, Johnny does a great job. He gets back there, and it's just a lot of frustration coming out on his part. It's an easy call.
Yeah.
An obvious flag. And Dan Quinn can only shake his head.
Well, look, and I actually saw that play live, and it was just a dumb play on the defender. It was just dumb. He had Mahomes there and just twirls around and throws him down on the ground. In Troy's day, that wouldn't have been a penalty. But I was kind of surprised that Troy said that. Well, they're going to protect quarterback, especially that one. I mean, that just adds fuel to the fire that there's a conspiracy that the Kansas City Chiefs have the refs in their pockets. That's exactly what that does. It fuels that, and it was clearly the right call.
Yeah.
It was absolutely the right call.
It was the right call. I think Troy, though, you listen to him enough, and he's not a fan of the protections that quarterbacks get today in general.
Well, because he got his head knocked off.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm sure any quarterback that played in Troy's day is shaking their head at the protection of the quarterbacks these days.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It really is. Shohei Ohtani is pretty incredible. But we're going to talk about that. The Dodgers won in 18 last night. Ohtani did what he did. But is there actually a jinx in the World Series because of a country singer? Huh. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at H-E-B.
It's lights out for Tulane. The UTSA Roadrunners host the Green Wave, presented by Cowboys Heating and AC, in a primetime national television game Thursday night in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. All fans are encouraged to wear black. Come celebrate Halloween with us and turn the lights out on Tulane. Tickets on sale starting at $24. Purchase online at goutsa.com or call 210-458-8872. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Oak Cliff Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I want to show off the prep that I did for this interview, so if you've got your pen ready, write this down.
Got it, I'm ready.
Bo Nix this season, 4.9 yards per drop back against zone coverage, 6.2 yards per drop back against man coverage. So just throwing that out there.
All right, well, I got to go change the game plan, guys. All that man-to-man, you guys want to see. Let me go get Flus.
Now you tell him, hey, man, back to the drawing board, buddy. Your old stuff is going to work here.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Andrew Monaco, and the Aggies play here. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Boy, the Aggies do play here, and they've been playing very well here and everywhere they've been. Still undefeated, the only undefeated team in the SEC, and so they get an apple for the day. Minix, if you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, the Aggies get the class apple today.
So Rob didn't eat his apple?
No, apparently not, and so I figure it'll be there for him when he gets here in the morning.
I hope Dr. Torres doesn't hear this.
Oh, is he not supposed to? Oh, he's supposed to have his apple.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob.
What did Rob eat today instead of his apple? That becomes the question. Did somebody show up with donuts or tacos?
Bear claw.
Or bear claw. I think just hearing that promo, do we blame A.J. Hoffman for screwing up the Cowboys' defensive game plan? Did Schottenheimer listen to A.J. Hoffman and completely botch the game plan? Is it the noted Cowboys hater, A.J. Hoffman, that convinced Schotty to get loose and say, dude, I was talking to these guys in San Antonio, and they gave us some info on Bo Nix that apparently we didn't know, and completely changed the game? Do we blame A.J. Hoffman?
Dude, if Brian Schottenheimer's listening to anything A.J. Hoffman has to say, and he's still the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, there's something wrong.
If I'm A.J. Hoffman, I'm running victory laps with that. Because we know A.J. Hoffman this morning, we're the official station of the Dallas Cowboys.
We are.
And Morgan, our big boss, said to A.J. this morning, I got you a Cowboys polo. And A.J. was like, no. Like, how much would it take for you to wear this?
He's a Buffalo Bills guy, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he wouldn't wear it for $20,000.
Really?
And then he was like, well, maybe, yeah, for 20.
Well, it depends. I mean, I wear the enemy's jersey to sit in a schwanky suite and drink free booze and eat free food.
We all have a price.
We do.
And then Rob brought up, one time like in 2016, he said something nice about the Longhorns, and Pledge still uses that as a drop.
I think I've heard that drop.
Well, yeah, we all have, because then it was like, Rob, is there a price or just something you would never wear just because?
Hook 'em. I'm proud of that. Hook 'em.
And Rob is still mad that Pledge is playing that a decade later.
You know what? I have a feeling it's going to get played quite a bit. Texas A&M week. I think that's appropriate. I think about every time we come back from a commercial, we'll drop that thing.
You think
Hook 'em. I'm proud of that. Hook 'em.
Exactly.
The question is, could you get Vic to do that? What would it cost us to get Vic to do that?
I don't know. Vic's expensive, or so I've heard.
Well, he is. But if he finds it funny,
well, why wouldn't
until
you find
Rob
it funny?
loses his mind?
Why wouldn't you find it funny?
I'm just saying.
I think it's hilarious.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Joe, tell me something about a rub.
What?
What?
Rob, that was.
Some things are meant to be private.
Yeah,
Pledge.
that was a private conversation, Rob. I can't.
Are we going to unplug it?
Oh my goodness.
So, Brad Paisley is the blame for your tiredness today if you stayed up to watch that baseball game last night.
Apparently so.
It's all Brad Paisley's fault. He's a country singer,
No, I know who Brad Paisley is. Apparently every time he sings the national anthem at the World Series, it goes into extra innings. And this is the second time it's gone to 18.
You're thinking about a prop bet for the next World Series. Brad Paisley has sung the national anthem at the World Series 4 times in his career. He did Game 2 in 2017. That game went 11 innings. He did Game 3 in 2018. It went 18 innings. And they said, we can't invite you back. Well, they finally did. Last year, 2024, he did Game 1, 10 innings.
Mm-hmm.
He sang last night. It went 18 innings. Major League Baseball will never invite Brad Paisley back.
That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that is pretty weird. So I wouldn't invite him back. Everybody's tired. And I wish I'd have known that yesterday. I had no clue. I just thought it was kind of cool. Old Brad was singing the national anthem.
I think they should bring him back tonight. Let's see what these guys are really made of. How many innings can they go today? Because basically they played 2 full games yesterday. And Ohtani is pitching tonight. And I know I said on the show yesterday, I wasn't really into the World Series yet. Of course, the game's happening and weekend.
Astros aren't in it. The two teams I don't give a damn about are in it. So, I've been paying attention, but not like appointment TV. But I said yesterday, until Ohtani pitches. Well, after last night, tonight is must watch or must listen to. You can listen to the game here on 94.1 starting at 6. It should be incredible tonight.
Well, we'll see. Is anybody left? I mean, you got Ohtani, who I believe played all 18 innings last night, although he's a freaking designated hitter. It means he did nothing, basically. But you got on base 9 times and hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Just nothing.
Designated hitter rule. Jeez.
Just nothing, which brings up the question. Because the Toronto manager, John Schneider, said last night they're never pitching to that guy again. Should Major League Baseball, and this kind of resurfaces an argument from the Barry Bonds days, should they institute a rule change to limit the intentional walk? Either give a manager, you've got so many per game, but you can't use an intentional walk on the same player more than once. Make them pitch to this guy, or at least pitch around him, not just send them to first.
I agree with that. So I said, yes, they should limit that, but I'm surprisingly, it's closer than I thought. Right now on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, on that poll, yes is winning 58% to 42%. I really thought it'd be a little bit bigger gap than that, but it is not.
Baseball purists hate rule changes.
Well, exactly. And I do, but a designated hitter thing.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what ND Kalu thinks about all of that. Is he a baseball guy?
I don't know.
Well, he's got to be having some sweet dreams because the Texans finally got something done. They beat the San Francisco 49ers last Sunday, and, their offense actually didn't look too bad. We're talking to ND Kalu when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I know we had 18 innings last night, and if you stayed up for it, you're dragging today. But if you're always feeling kind of tired, if you're not motivated, just not yourself, it's not just aging. It could be low testosterone. The good news, you don't have to live that way. At Synergenics and Low T Center, they can help bring your energy back with testosterone replacement therapy. They're the original MVPs of TRT, and it's easy to get started. And step 1 is easy, simple. Go get tested. And the test is free at Synergenics and Low T Center, where they only use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone that's customized to the level that's right for you. Some clinics use compounded testosterone. At Synergenics and Low T Center, you always know exactly what you're getting. And they're one of the only providers that accept most major insurances. Other clinics and online services, they add on charges for labs and memberships and tests. Synergenics and Low T Center make it affordable and easy to get started, and more importantly, stay on treatment. And they've got clinics all over town. And what's cool is you can choose to get your treatment in clinic or you can receive at home. It's up to you. Very convenient. Choice is yours. And it's not just for men. They have helped thousands of ladies restore hormonal balance as well. Right now, get a free hormone consultation and a free T-test, plus your chance to win signed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. They draw winners every week. You know the best version of you is waiting. Go reignite your energy and get back to feeling like yourself. Just get started by going to trtmvp.com. trtmvp.com.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's Breeders' Cup Weekend at Retama Park, Friday, October 31st and Saturday, November 1st. Admission is free on Friday and just $5 on Saturday, with gates opening on Friday at 10:30 a.m. and on Saturday at 10 a.m. Enjoy open concessions, great food, and non-stop racing excitement. Reserve your seat now for Saturday. That's Breeders' Cup Weekend, October 31st and November 1st at Retama Park off 35 South in Selma. Victory starts here at Retama Park Racetrack. Must be 21 or older to wager.
It's Macy's Friends and Family, the best time to kickstart your holiday shopping with big savings on our best brands like DKNY, Hugo Boss, Karl Lagerfeld Paris, and more at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off Valentino, Gucci, and more top beauty brands. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star Money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Going on now, only at Macy's Friends and Family. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The Gomez Law Firm is San Antonio's leader in personal injury law, and we have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us to share more.
Number one priority is to let the people know that we are a law firm that's been part of this community for 50 years. Mr. Gomez, he's been a practicing attorney here since 1973. He's born and raised here in San Antonio, done nothing but help out personal injury victims. It's very important that we get that out to the San Antonio community, because a lot of these attorneys like to come in here and act like they're from here, but they're all out-of-towners. They don't know what goes on here. If you've been injured, if you've been involved in an accident, you've been involved in a car wreck, call the Gomez Law Firm. We've been around for almost 50 years. And we're not going anywhere.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. Our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Well, that's been a pretty good couple of days for Houston Texan fans, I would imagine. Sleeping well. Dreams have been good.
Really?
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix.
And we missed a golden opportunity there.
We did?
Oh, we could have come in with Dreamweaver.
We could have.
Oh, that would have been a good intro music for ND Kalu, who's got to be overly excited after the Texans crushed the 49ers on Sunday. The San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. ND Kalu, how's your Tuesday, my friend?
I am good. I'm always better when I jump on with y'all, but Dream Weavers, what is that? Is that a song?
It is. Blitz, can you find it real quick?
Oh, my goodness.
We'll have a little musical education for one ND Kalu.
You know, it's probably going to be one of those, I've heard it, I just didn't know the title. I didn't know the name.
You're too young, ND. That's the problem.
That definitely is not it.
I don't know if he's too young. Because I think you're kind of close to my age, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whatever it is, it's not an age thing. It's probably a genre. You know, I'm assuming it's classic rock, which I probably shouldn't assume.
Well, yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who sang that song.
I'm trying to think, too.
Y'all don't even – look, we're all in the same boat.
Well,
y'all don't even know the artist.
There you go, ND.
Hold on. Let me let it marinate. Okay, I've heard of that. Actually, I thought it was the Beatles. That's not the Beatles?
It's not the Beatles.
Some dude named Gary Wright, according to Pledge.
Could be REO Speedwagon. I think REO Speedwagon did it first.
I don't think so. I don't remember REO Speedwagon doing that.
That feels like a movie. That feels like the end of a touching movie where you're about to get a little emotional. But it just, for me, it had a Beatles vibe, the most overrated group in the history of groups. But, you know what?
Dude, I went and saw Paul McCartney Saturday night.
Did you?
I did. He was playing in San Antonio. This dude played for 2 hours and 45 minutes. He is 83, and he didn't stop to pee one time. He was never off that stage.
He was wearing a diaper.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't stop to pee. That doesn't mean he didn't pee. It just means
exactly.
He didn't stop.
There's no way that dude lasted 2.5 hours. I promise you. Did he leave the stage occasionally to change that diaper?
No.
Never, huh? It was one of those super absorbent kind, huh?
That bulge in his pants just got bigger and bigger, and it wasn't because of the women in the audience.
Man.
Diaper at his best.
Man, you're turning into Charles Barkley. You're making fun of the ladies in San Antonio? What the hell, dude?
Oh, no. I'm making fun of the ladies who went to go see him. Regardless of the city, they're not making any pants move, I'm assuming.
Wow.
Well, they do have drugs for that now, I guess. You know, I mean, oh my goodness. Well, Indy, you, as a Texan fan, in all seriousness,
they said old fogey homes have like the highest STD rate.
They do.
That's crazy to me.
Well, I mean,
I'm actually excited about getting old, knowing that, because I thought that part was over. But
what, to get STDs?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have fun to get it. No one said that was boring.
At that point, it's the least of your medical issues. Isn't it?
Exactly. It might even help you live a little longer.
You know, it's another shot. What the hell?
Hey, if the homes are rocking, don't come a knocking.
You know, it's funny though, because when he said homes, I thought there was some Marshall hate coming through there. He was talking about old people, not the Huskies.
Oh no, there's some hate, but you know what? Back in the day, all the Marshall athletes, we got all the fine Holmes girls, and we just left the rest for Tony Darden and the rest of their athletes.
Wow.
Those Holmes girls, they knew who to date back in the day.
Wow.
Really? Speaking of STDs, we're going to talk about Holmes.
Wow.
Well, but I know that's not why we were. What do y'all want to talk about?
No, what else was going on at Ingram Park Mall?
Dude, a lot back in those days, right? A lot happened in Ingram
Johnny
Park
Walker,
Mall.
line 1, would like a word.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So, hey man, and C.J. Stroud looked good. The running game looked good. Nick Caley said last week we got to stay committed to the run, and you know what they did. They stayed committed to the run. It was a good game for Houston.
And you know what's cool about it? They didn't have like a huge run, like a 50-yard run, but it was just steady positive yardage. When you look at Marks, the young rookie, he had like 60-something yards. I know he averaged over 5 yards a pop. Then Nick Chubbs was picking up those tough yards in between the tackles. What was cool about this, without Nico Collins, arguably the best player on the offense outside of C.J. Stroud. You just had a bunch of guys that, unless you're living in Houston and you're a true Houston Texans fan, just a bunch of guys that just stepped up. And they spread the ball around. 9 different guys had receptions. Xavier Hutchinson, he led all receivers, and he's been on the roster for a few years, but has never had that chance to prove himself. So it felt like a team win, not just with the run, but also with the pass, and also with what we saw on defense, special teams. It was just a good quality 3-phase win.
Well, ND, and I got to believe that before that game, I mean, D'Amico's talking about it, CJ's talking about it. You lose that game, you can pretty much kiss your season goodbye, or you're going to have to really rally big time to get back in this thing. Now the Texans are still right in the mix. That had to be a desperation game for them.
100%. Now, of course, you know better than I do, most people listening. If they did lose that game, they'll never say the season's over. But, yeah, the season's over. You're not catching the Indianapolis Colts. And if you lose that game after the way you looked against the Seattle Seahawks, the thought is, okay, you're just not a good team. So, yeah, subconsciously the season is over, even though you might be in it mathematically. But with that win, it gives you hope. And what's funny about it, you watch that game as a Texan fan, if you're looking big picture, you get excited. But then you see your next opponent in Denver, and with what they did and how dominant they look, that's the team that's coming to town next week. It's like, okay, maybe this is the real test. Now, if they could beat Denver as great as Denver looked, then you get excited about the possibility of catching the Indianapolis Colts.
Indy is good as Houston looked. The positives were there. C.J. Stroud, to me, looked comfortable for one of the first times this season. It looked like he was just extremely comfortable with everything going on, total command of the offense. But they still had 4 field goals in the game. And the way the defense plays, and that could get it done, but it's almost like the conversation in Dallas. Brandon Aubrey is in range if he's in the building, right? But if you're a Cowboy fan, you can't kick a bunch of field goals and expect to win. With Denver coming in, if they have the same kind of offensive output, is this defense capable of the offense having to settle for 4 field goals?
No, I agree with that sentiment. But when you're looking at the San Francisco team who came in, they were riding high. They were 5-2. Yes, they had some injuries, and so does every team at this point in the season. But that was a good team. So, and I get what you're saying, but I'll take 3. I'll take field goals if that's what it's going to take to win with that defense. You mentioned the defense, Jason. That's what made me a little more comfortable with the multiple field goals, because you feel like, you know what, with this Houston Texans defense, just get points on the board when you can. And the expectation is that the opposing offense isn't going to, hit you up with 4 or 5 touchdowns where you're saying, okay, we need to swap touchdowns for field goals, or field goals for touchdowns for field goals, because this defense is going to hold their opponent. So, yes, against a good team, I'll take any points I can with this defense. If they were beating the Tennessee Titans or the Cleveland Browns with a bunch of field goals, then I would feel, exactly what you're saying.
Well, and look, I look forward to this game against Denver because, as you probably know, and I know you were glued to that Cowboys-Broncos game last week, Denver leads the league in sacks. And so that front that they've got is pretty solid, and their defense overall is pretty solid. And this could be a very low-scoring, ugly football game.
No, absolutely. When you talk about Denver and leading the league in sacks, I'm seeing them get a lot of their sacks with the front 4. It's not just blitzes, it's not linebackers or safety blitzes. Obviously, they're getting some sacks like that. But, I'm seeing these front 4 guys, Allen and Co., getting sacks by beating guys with one-on-one rush moves. And who's been struggling for the Houston Texans this season? The offensive line. So this will be a good test. I mean, if the Houston Texans could pull out this victory, and when we're talking next week and we're saying, man, C.J. Stroud was only sacked once or twice and he had a nice clean pocket, that's when you continue to get that confidence and you say, okay, you know what, against one of the best pass rushing teams, this offensive line was able to hold up. So that's a huge – I didn't realize – I knew they had great rushers and a very good defense. Vance Joseph is doing awesome in that defense, but I didn't realize they led the league in sacks. So that's going to be another huge test coming in town for the Houston Texans.
Quite honestly, that's one of the main reasons why I picked Denver to beat the Dallas Cowboys, although I was still stunned at what they did to that high-powered Cowboys offense, so I'm a little nervous about what they might do to that Houston Texans offense, especially if some of CJ's weapons are still going to be unavailable. Do you have any status updates for some of those guys?
We haven't heard any status. I don't know if they typically do it this early. Throughout the week is when they say, okay, this person was able to practice, and you get a better feel for who's going to be available. With Nico Collins, I probably shouldn't be doing this because I might be sticking my foot in my mouth. But when I think of concussion protocol, if that's why he missed the game, I have to believe that he's going to be ready to go this upcoming game, because they just like to be certain, and they want to be comfortable saying, hey, look, he had a head injury. We at least kept him out for one game. Back in the day, talking about old, now I'm going to sound like an old man. Back when I played, I don't think Nico Collins misses this game. So my expectation, without hearing anything from any of the doctors or the people in the know, I would expect Nico Collins to play.
Yeah, I would think so too, and I think that's going to make a hell of a difference just for C.J. Stroud and what they're going to do. But it's going to be interesting to see how that offense holds up and how Denver's offense holds up, because everybody, the Cowboys play, the quarterback looks like a Hall of Famer. And Bo Nix looked really good last week, but he hasn't been all that great until last week. So I think that Houston defense should be able to get to him and shut them down a little bit.
No, I agree. And like you said, he had a nice game against the Cowboys, but this is a guy with Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, Tim Settle Jr., Mario Edwards Jr., with those guys breathing down your neck. Let's see how good you're really going to play. So, yeah, this can be more of a defensive struggle. This could be a low-scoring game, 21-17 type game, even though we saw them put up 40-plus points against the Cowboys. But I'm with you. This with Denver's defense going against this offense, and with the Houston Texans defense getting in the face of Bo Nix, it's going to be entertaining, but we might not see the explosive points or the explosive offensive output that we just saw with both teams in the previous week.
ND Kalu joining us here on the Blitz. We started the conversation with, season was on the line against San Francisco, and I think for Houston for the next couple weeks it's going to feel that way unless Indianapolis comes back to earth. As a player, do you guys sit in the locker room, or did you back in the day, or do you think that the Texans are going, man, the Colts are 7-1, but they probably should have lost to Denver. They probably should have beaten the Rams, so they could be 6-2, they could be 8-0, but who have they played? They've got 2 games against Houston coming up. They've got Jacksonville twice. They've got Kansas City. They've got Seattle. They've got San Francisco. How good do you think this Colts team really is? I mean, they're blowing a lot of teams out, but their schedule's been pretty easy.
The players better not be sitting there looking at the Colts and seeing who they beat and trying to say, oh, you know what, they haven't really played anybody. All they need to be thinking, the Texan players I'm talking about, is one game at a time. And when we play the Colts, we have to beat them twice if we truly want to get back into the AFC South race. But I hope they're not sitting there analyzing and breaking down who the Colts have beaten. When you've had this many games, it's tough for me to say you haven't played anybody, because I'm a big believer in the NFL is tough. Like even if you're playing 6 weeks against the Browns, you play them 6 times in a row, it's still the NFL, and obviously that's not what the Colts is doing. When you're 7-1, you're talking 8 games, if my Rice math serves me correct. You're talking 8 total games, and if you're 7-1, you're doing something right. You're beating somebody. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They had a slump. It looks like they're back. They're 5-3 right now. So my point is, I hope the Houston Texans players are respecting what the Indianapolis Colts are doing right now and what their record is when it's time to play them. Now, if they lose to Denver and if they lose a couple of games before they even get to Indianapolis, it really doesn't even matter.
It really doesn't. But I mean, the good news is that the Texans, especially with that win and the division they're playing in, you still got Indy twice. You got a legit shot to still win that division and get to where you want to be come postseason.
Well, exactly, and that's what's cool about it. That's what's exciting about this past victory, and I think this Denver game is going to say a lot. Like as a fan on the outside looking in, this Denver game is going to tell me more because they did win and they beat San Francisco, but this is going to tell me more about what to expect moving forward. If they beat Denver, then as a fan, I get excited. Then it's like, you know what, they are slowly digging themselves out of this hole, but they still have to beat a team that's riding high, and I feel like right now Denver's riding high with that defense, with what they did. As much trash as I talk about the Cowboys, and I just do that to poke at my friends, I've always felt like they're a good team. Like, I think the Cowboys offense is better than the Texans offense right now, so I was a little surprised with how bad they lost to Denver.
No, I know you're a Cowboy fan, even though you don't want to say it. Love you, man.
Not so much fan, but I appreciate what they do.
You're a fan. When you're watching that defense, and it's so god awful. I mean, you made your living. You made your career in the NFL was on the defensive side, and when you see week after week after week of guys, especially the linebackers, wrong gaps and misreads, and they're in the NFL. As a former player, defensive player, do you just look at that and go, what is that on the player, on the coach? I mean, Jerry and Stephen and coaches say they got to execute better. This ain't week 1 or 2. I mean, why is that group just so inefficient?
No, here's the thing. I'm surprised, and I'm going to credit Joe, because last time we talked, he mentioned the defense. He mentioned if signing Max Crosby, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Trade
rumors. Yeah.
Yes, with the trade rumors. And when I watch the Cowboys, I watch it casual. So I didn't realize how bad it was. But then when Joe brought that up, I was really watching against Denver, and I was like, oh, man, like, they need more than Max Crosby. They need Reggie Wright.
They need ND Kalu.
They don't need me. Because I'll do what those guys are doing right now. They need Bruce Smith. They need J.J. Watt to come out of retirement. And I don't see like a defense that has that mentality that you see with the Cowboys, that you see with Denver. And maybe it's the Michael Parsons effect. I don't know if those guys rallied around him in the locker room. He doesn't come off as that type of guy, but he's definitely talented. And now I'm thinking, though I still are okay with the trade because of what you got and what you didn't have to pay, but man, it doesn't feel like they had a plan B in place outside of what you received in the trade for this season. Because to me, going into this year, this wasn't a throwaway year for the Cowboys. And the way that defense looked, it's like somebody just forgot what to do in the offseason as far as training these guys. Look, just because it's the NFL, you can still coach up guys. You can coach up no-name guys and turn them into stars. That's what good coaches do. But it just seems like they just felt like their defense is just going to step on the field and show up, and that's definitely not the case.
Indeed. Well, and that brings up a good point. I'm curious as to what you think. Matt Eberflus is catching a lot of heat, the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Is that sometimes, I mean, if you're in that defensive room and you guys are is there like a mentality that a coach can instill in you guys where you're going to go out and you feel invincible and it seems like the culture of those guys just don't know what they're doing and they don't really seem to know what their identity is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, I know some people will roll their eyes. These guys are pros. They're getting paid. They should be motivated. You're motivated, and you're going to go out there and bust your ass and do everything you want to do. And look, a lot of times people aren't doing it for the fans as much as that hurts to hear. They're not doing it for the coaches. They're doing it for the name on the back of the jersey because they just have pride. Like, man, I feel like I'm one of the best. Let me go out there and play. But when you find that coach that can get that extra out of you, that can get a little bit more oomph because of that locker room talk or the way he treats you or the culture that he creates. Yeah, like when I played for the late, great Jim Johnson, no matter who my coach is, I want to play well. But there was something about playing for Jim Johnson in that defense, like his attention to detail. He was a real gruff, one of those, I hope that's the right adjective, just older, gruff guys. But you knew he cared about you, even though you've never seen him smile. And he loved that defense. He loved the mentality of being on the defensive side of the ball, and the rest of us just adapted to it. So, no, I absolutely believe a coach, a good coach, a good motivator, a good leader can instill that in their defense.
ND Kalu, Houston Texans legend, San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer, the pride of Patton F. Middle School. Always appreciate it, my friend.
Always enjoy talking to y'all and look forward to it next week.
Good stuff. ND Kalu on the Buyers Barricades guest line where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales For San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.
Yeah, I'm curious about something, Minix. You always call him a Houston Texans legend. You never call him a Philadelphia Eagles legend or a Washington Redskins legend.
Nope.
Why not?
I hate those teams.
Well, I mean, he played for them too.
He did. He did. But, he's officially a Houston Texans ambassador. Gets a fancy jacket for that and a shirt, does events. He's considered a Texans legend.
All right.
The Eagles don't even know who he is. They always send him stuff with the wrong name. Yeah. Remember this. We'll ask you about it next week.
Absolutely. We'll have to do that. Hey, speaking of that, we've got some stuff to give away, and it's a good time to start right now.
Sure.
The movie Predator Badlands is coming out on November the 7th. We've got some Fandango codes that we're going to be giving away right now to caller number
9.
Caller number 9 at 210-656-3776, 656-ESPN. Win some Fandango codes, a pair of them, to go see Predator Badlands in theaters November 7th. Good luck.
You're riding with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Every time I turn around, my friends at Pure Talk give me one more reason to feel good about switching. This month, for instance, they're supporting Canines for Warriors, a terrific organization that trains rescue dogs and then pairs them up with combat veterans struggling with PTSD. The result? They're saving lives on both ends of the leash. This is why I switched to Pure Talk. I like being in business with an American wireless company who shares my values. Yeah, I appreciate unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $25 a month, and I bet you will too. But I think you'll really appreciate doing business with a company who gives back to the men and women who volunteered to defend our country. Just dial pound 250, say micro. With Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team, you can switch in as little as 10 minutes. Again, dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even bad hair day?
Yep.
And tree branch fell on my car day?
Especially that day. Progressive has you covered 24/7 for your home and auto.
How about thought it was chicken, but it was tuna day? Or overnight construction outside my bedroom day?
Those days too.
Great, because that was each day this week.
Been there. Well, at least your home and auto are covered every day with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The Halloween parties at the Roo Pub have become legendary. Plan now for the biggest and best Halloween party in San Antonio, Friday, October 31st. Kick off the party weekend at the 12th annual Halloween party with DJs inside the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. No cover charge and a $1,000 costume contest at midnight. This is the Halloween party you don't want to miss. Friday, October 31st, the Halloween party of the year. We'll see you at the Roo and wear a costume.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
How about those Spurs? They won their fourth consecutive game last night, beating the Toronto Raptors 121-103. Spurs now sit at 4-0 in the young season. They can get a few days off before they take on the Miami Heat inside the Frost Bank Center on Thursday night. Texas State Bobcats in action tonight on ESPN2. They take on James Madison with kickoff from Harrisburg, Virginia, set for 7 o'clock.
Really? SportsCenter brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hope you're having a great Tuesday out there. Whatever you are doing and however you are listening, we appreciate it here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and he didn't know Texas State was playing tonight. How about that? See, you listen to Sports Center, you learn things.
That's why we're here.
Exactly.
I thought Texas State was not one of those Tuesday, Wednesday schools anymore. I guess when they go to the Pac-12, that'll be over. Although I had no idea. You know, normally they send they send so many emails that don't even open. But honestly, I had no idea they were playing tonight.
Well, they got a tough game tonight. James Madison 6-1.
And James Madison's always
good. Texas State 3-4. So might be entertaining if you during a commercial of the World Series Game 4, you can flip over there.
Multiple TVs.
Well, or you could do that, or the view. I'm going to have my multi-view working tonight. Yeah.
I'll expect 3 phone calls.
Yeah, probably will.
You know, what I find interesting, though, because in James Madison is always good. Normally the Tuesday, Wednesday games are schools that you might not have heard of or you don't really get to watch. Generally entertaining football because, hell, it's football. It's something on, which I appreciate. UTSA head coach Jeff Traylor will join us coming up in about 30 minutes. It was announced today they've added on the schedule next year UTRGV.
Oh,
yeah.
Rio Grande Valley,
yeah. Who just dominate. Travis Bush has that team playing good football. They just crushed Incarnate Word. Eddie Lee Marburger, their quarterback.
How about that? Wow, okay. That'd be a great place to go to school, wouldn't it? I mean, down the Rio Grande Valley,
Sure.
right there by the beach.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, it's going to be, but I mean, and the way they're playing, I mean, you know, good for UTSA putting them on the schedule.
Now, wait a second. I got everything Texas State's correcting me here, and I got to find this out because I don't know if this is true. He says that game's in San Marcos tonight.
Is it a home game?
I'm going to check it out and see because if he's saying it's in San Marcos, we got to find that out. I just went to UTEP and Kennesaw State, and that's not right.
No.
It is in San Marcos, so there you go.
You said it was in.
I thought. Well, it's how it was written. I'm just saying.
Who wrote it?
What? I don't know who wrote that. I'm not sure. It wasn't me.
See, Joe, you learn something new every day just by listening to our audience.
That's exactly right. And I appreciate that, the correction there. I really do.
And again, I mean, you're being humble at this point. We knew that. We wanted to make sure you guys were paying attention. It was a little test to see how many Texas State fans listen, because if you get something wrong, you come out of the woodworks, right? That was just a little test.
Well, I'm curious because this guy on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, or gal, I'm not sure what it is, the handle or the name is Everything Texas State. Is it going to be is it a blowout there? People excited about this football game in San Marcos tonight? National television? I hope so.
What channel is it on?
ESPN2.
Is it It's on the Deuce, huh?
Yeah.
Good.
So I'm just I hope so. I hope so.
Going to be interesting. Odd question for you.
Yeah.
Now, most guys that I although we see it all the time, won't go number 2 in public, right? Unless you're at the airport.
Yeah, even then it's a stretch. But if you have to go, you have to go.
So I'm going to probably more for the ladies, but if it's happening in China, it will soon happen here. In China, they have started basically forcing you to watch an ad in exchange for toilet paper. Their toilet paper dispensers has a QR code. You got to scan it, watch the video, and you get a little bit of paper. And you can pay more. According to this article, it translates to about 7 cents for a bit more paper. Or you could just pay for your paper as opposed to watching the ad. But either way, now they say it's while it was free, there was too much waste. This is a way to control waste. So now, and everybody's a little bit different. Some people, man, they get a lot of paper, man.
Of course you do.
They roll through. But now somebody's deciding how much paper you need, or every time you need more, do you have to watch another ad? This could extend the length of your process.
I'm telling you, I mean, there are certain people, maybe me included. I mean, I'd be there for a while.
Yeah.
Hell, I'd charge up a hell of a credit card bill.
Well, that's it.
You want to make sure you're clean. What are they? They're looking for skid marks on drawers now.
I'm
just saying.
It's apparently designed to cut down waste. Some people would abuse free paper. Now it's watch your ad or pay money to get paper.
Dude, let me tell you something.
You're going to walk around with your own toilet paper.
That's somebody that has come up with an idea that, they seriously got you over a barrel there. What are you going to do? You got to pay for it. Somebody's making a lot of money off of this.
They're going to make money off of this.
Yes.
I mean, especially you scan that QR code. Now they're able to, they got you, right? They know your device. And could you imagine, where you'd go broke is and let's take the Roo Pub, for example.
Yes.
To use the urinal, you got to watch an ad or pay a little bit of money.
Well, dude, I mean,
you would go broke.
Well, don't tell Chip that, because I'm telling you, I mean, that's a hell of an idea.
But
at some point in time, and I know Chip wouldn't do that at the Roo Pub, but I'm just saying, some things have got to be free still.
Oh, how many times are you somewhere in a big city downtown and you can't find a public restroom, and the ones that you can find are kind of gross, or it's restrooms are for customers only at certain places,
right?
Or pay a small fee.
Well, because that would cut down on the beer. I wouldn't drink as much beer.
A pee fee.
Or I'd have to go outside and go around the building.
Well, they don't let you back in.
The Roo Pub?
No, I'm just in general.
Then I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah.
See, that's why you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. Is this a bar, or is this just everywhere?
Public restrooms in China is what it
Public
says.
restrooms in China.
Yes.
Wow. Huh. Are there a lot of public restrooms in China?
I would imagine there are a lot of people there. There better be.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? You're in China. If you don't pay, they're going to kill you.
I don't know if it's that bad.
I don't know.
I mean, if you don't pay, you don't wipe. That's the disclaimer.
You're gonna be awful stinky in China.
Stop.
Well, I mean, dude, seriously, that's especially what are they gonna give you, one sheet? I mean, I'd like to know how many sheets you get for 7 cents.
I don't know. How long is the ad? It doesn't tell me that either.
Well, exactly. Yeah, watch those stupid ads now when you're pumping gas.
Well, you don't have to watch those.
We don't have to, but they're loud as hell, and you're like, what else are you going to do?
Captive audience.
Exactly. Unbelievable.
Just saying, Joe.
Yeah. Well, public restrooms, unless it's an emergency, I'm not using them. So it's got to be an emergency. And
to sit.
Well, I prefer. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're peeing, you don't have to pay for toilet paper.
Well, you don't. You're a guy. That's why I said this.
Women
this
have
is going
to
affect
do that.
the ladies a lot more than it will men.
That's very true.
I mean, penguin walking home.
See, I like Tom Guerrero on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Carry dude wipes with you.
Well, you could do that.
Yeah. What if they sell those in China?
I'm sure they do for a small fee.
For a small fee. That's true. Jerry Jones does everything for a small fee. Is he going to make a trade for a small fee? He discussed that in length on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas this morning. We'll hear from Jera when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Speaking of plumbing, if you're having any issues with your plumbing or your AC, you know there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899. At Quartermoon, they are experts at worst-case scenarios. Big job, small job, residential or commercial. Their service trucks are fully stocked, and they have all the equipment needed for any job. No commission. Sales reps, they'll provide estimates or second opinions, and they've got a great experienced staff that has earned an A-plus ranking with the Better Business Bureau. Obviously, if you're having an emergency, don't think twice, call Quartermoon. But you'll also need to call Quartermoon because they've got great maintenance programs that ensures your unit is ready for every season. I mean, insufficient heating in your home can cause many, many issues. Quartermoon, they can fix them all, but preventative maintenance is always the key. And there is a cold front, cool front. Temperature's going to drop. By definition, it's a cold front. I don't know if it's going to get cold enough for you to need your heater, but you know that day's going to come. You want to make sure that your heater is ready to go. Call Quartermoon and get that maintenance done. 210-651-5899. 651-5899 or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Monday night at 7:15. The Cowboys take center stage hosting the Arizona Cardinals for Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You know, I make decisions every day, but the easiest ones I've been making for the last several weeks are Dak Prescott. The more Dak is riding the wave, and I've been with him on Prize Picks, and being right can get you paid, especially when you're doing it on the weekly. Prize Picks does everything you need to have some fun on all your favorite games. If you like winning, you like to know what you're doing, Prize Picks is your answer, because you can do the research and you can go out and win, and it's so simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players, and you can get up to 2,000x on your money if you pick right. Now, they offer stacks is what I love, and you can pick the same player in up to 3 different venues and play them in the same lineup, and you can only find this at Prize Picks. That's why I go there every day. You want to know another reason? Alamo. Remember the code Alamo, and you get $50 in lineups if you play your first $5 lineup. That's Alamo. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 in lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
At Frost, we believe in going the extra mile, like opening more locations to be a part of more communities. Overdraft grace, which means no fee if you overdraw your Frost Personal or Frost Plus account by $100 or less. And the little things like cookies, coffee, or that time when there was a fire at a Fort Worth daycare and Frost bankers entertained 26 kids with snacks and games until their parents could pick them up. That actually happened. Frost, exactly what you unexpected.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I'm a plumber and needed to get work in the door.
So business was going down the drain?
Yeah, I went to Staples. They printed yard signs, business cards, even flyers to leave at supply stores.
But at what cost, man?
Well, I saved $125 on my order, and now I'm booked solid. Boom!
Back at ya. For your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. Valid in-store and online. Ends 11/1. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hump day on the Morning Huddle, Game 4 of the World Series. Hopefully it wasn't as long as Game 3.
Oh, greatness. I'm willing to wait for it. Yeah, we still got baseball play and basketball around the corner. Are the Spurs as good as we think they are? And does Shotty have an answer on defense? So much to do. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Tuesday afternoon on the Blitz. We're having a good time. What a great Monday night it was with all the action and stuff we had on last night. World Series, Monday Night Football, Spurs, Toronto Raptors. Spurs now 4-0. Cowboys weren't involved in anything last night, including a trade.
Not yet. Got to wait for the trade deadline.
Yeah? Oh, he wants to wait till the last minute? Is that what you're telling me?
You know, if Jerry knew there was going to be an 18-inning game last night, he would have tried to steal headlines.
Probably so. I wouldn't be surprised. But Cowboys, will one guy make a difference? Will two guys make a difference on that defense? Because it is bad, and it doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon.
Well, and again, my judgment, they need to find a linebacker. They need some secondary help. But Jerry Jones talks about the different types of players that you have to get because there's a lot that goes into it, not just what position do you play.
Now, obviously, you want to get a player that is in the top percentile of the kind of players that you'd like to go forward with. That has a price tag. There's very few people that would agree it better be something good before we give a top pick for it. It better be something good before we give a top ascending young player for it. You shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do it at all. It better be a bushel basket full. Now, if you can get a lot of it coming back your way, you have the same phone call on the same hooked into your ear. You have it coming back at you, too. Would you guys give up this to get that? And so you can have an opportunity to have less now, more in the future.
Less now and more in the future. Sounds to me like Jerry's not in any hurry to make a trade. He does not want a rental, Minix. He doesn't want a rental. He wants a guy that he can pick up if he's going to give away a draft pick that can be here for a couple of years.
All right. I mean, on 105.3 The Fan today, it was asked, all right, I mean, would you rather make a trade for somebody or go get a free agent?
I don't have a weight on that. It's all there. In other words, all options are there, and I do not have. I can tell you this right now: there is not a trade in my mind, the beginning and end of one, as we sit here and talk at all. And that's not a hedge. We just don't have one at this time that I would do.
All right, you say that, but what if Miami is on the phone? I don't know if Jerry calls them. Jerry doesn't like to call. But if the phone rings and Jordan Brooks or Minkah Fitzpatrick was available, but I think they need to go find a linebacker. Are they looking for a linebacker?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Not at all, but possibly so. Now, how about that for an answer? But guys,
thanks,
really, it is an area where you can spend more time and you can get better. It's a point of emphasis for everybody. My point this morning is that every position out there should be, during the week between games, looking for the things you didn't do it well, addressing them during your practice and your basically meeting times with other players. And then obviously a look at a game is not necessarily an entertaining thing at all by coaches or players, and none of us would expect that. It is actually looking for the things you didn't do well. Now, by the way, you should start with one thing that you did do well and then be able to handle the 4 or 5 things that you didn't do well. So that's the psychology of having criticism when you're a football player. Mm-hmm. And I've certainly in my lifetime had a lot of it. I thought the coaches were out to get me, hated me, everything but book. Took me about 10 minutes out of the meeting room to realize they were right, just trying to help me. That goes with it. There's very few games that players really have everything about it, make them feel good. But the good news is, or the bad news is, you can't let it happen as many times in as many places as we did Sunday.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Yeah, that's facts right there. Exactly right. It was bad on Sunday. Help's on the way, Jason.
Well, I mean, and look, I still think they're getting a linebacker because they know that's an area that they've got to clean up and improve at. Schottenheimer said yesterday there's going to be some big changes coming. Jerry said today, we're going to make Schotty spend time in the linebacker room this week.
I think you'll see some of the players, you don't have the hours that it would take to get into any specifics, but
there's not enough time in the day to get into all our problems,
spent in the linebacker room by coaching. I think you'll see a lot of on the offensive side of the ball. I'll see a lot of zeroing in by the meetings and the coaching staff on I mentioned it 2 or 3 times, your penalty situation, and I think we'll continue to work to eliminate those turnovers. We had them there Sunday. We hadn't had them on offense. That'll help you get behind the 8 ball in these football games. But bottom line, the answer here, because the areas were numerous, because they are things that we've all seen addressed, cleared up. Every one of these players have played in a way, and they've had many, many snaps this year, playing in a way that if they would play that way all at the same time, or the majority of them at the same time, we have a different outcome.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, of course, if they'd have made a play or two, there was a different outcome. I love Jerry.
Anything that dude said there makes sense other than there's too many hours to go into all our problems. We can't fix them. But a couple weeks ago, Schottenheimer spent a lot of time on the defensive side and kind of picked apart as an offensive guy, this is how I would challenge your defense. So this is what I would do. So how do we counteract that? This week, apparently, he's got to go spend time in the linebackers room. He almost made that sound, and I know this isn't true, and I'm being – but it's almost like the linebacker room's never had a coach in there, and we all go back to high school. Teacher would leave, substitute teachers in. Even if the teacher would leave, what happens? Nobody's doing whatever it is they're supposed to be doing. We all know that. He made it sound that way. Well – we're going to zero in on the focus in the linebacker room like they haven't been. I mean, what have they been doing in there?
Well, apparently
not
nothing.
Zeroing in?
I just want to know who the defensive coaches are, and maybe Schottenheimer needs a raise. Because if he's the difference and he's going into everybody's room and improving them, the guy needs a raise. You ought to just have one coach on the staff, and it'd just be Brian Schottenheimer. He can do it all.
I mean,
look, Matt Eberflus has been a disaster.
He has been.
Let's just face it. He's been a disaster. There's no identity to that defense. They've got players on that team. And I love what ND Kalu said when he joined us on the Blitz earlier in the show. Good coaches can even make young players play well. And those players out there against Denver on Sunday were lost. They were lost. They didn't know what to do. And there's just no direction to that defense at all. Eberflus has been a disaster.
That's putting it mildly. And I don't know, again, I listened to Tony Romo during the broadcast. He wasn't defending Flus, but with what he's got, what else can he do? He doesn't have a better option. So, Jerry and Steven can talk about players got to execute better, but if I'm hearing Tony Romo saying this is all he can do because this is the best option, there isn't a better option for him, now I'm looking at it's the players. It's a mix. It's not like one or two that are screwing up. As a group, they are screwing up. This deep in the season, hearing communication issues just is unacceptable. It really is unacceptable.
I totally agree. The problem is you had players out there, especially in that secondary, that had no business being on an NFL roster. They're practice squad players at best, and that's the problem, a big part of the problem. And, injuries have happened. Your secondary was weak already coming into the season. We talked about it. The secondary was weak. That was a problem for the Dallas Cowboys, and it's proven to be a big problem. But again, when it falls on just where they're going and the communication part of it, to me, that's coaching. You got to know, hey, you're supposed to be here when this happens. You're supposed to be here. Unless those guys are just saying, screw that guy. I'm going to do what I want. And I mean, I don't know, but it seems that defense is just a disaster. And, you got Kyler Murray coming in this week. I think Kyler Murray's playing. I'm not sure if he is or not. He's been dinged up. He loves Jerry World.
He does.
And every quarterback that plays against the Cowboys looks great.
They do. Except Marcus Mariota.
There's that. Going to be interesting. Going to be interesting to see what happens there. I tell you what, it just it's sad. Will one guy help? Do you go out and get two guys? I don't know if even that will help. We'll see, though. We've got a week before the NFL trade deadline. We'll see if the Cowboys can pull anything off. The UTSA Roadrunners have a Thursday night game, and it is a tough one. Tulane coming into the Alamo Dome on Thursday night, and boy, the Roadrunners could use a dub. The head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners, Jeff Traylor, he joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me brag a little bit first about my Kinetico quality water softener. Love this thing. It's been in my house now for several months, and boy, I tell you what, whenever you do something that you're not sure about or you really don't think it's going to be better than everything else you've ever had, and it turns out to be twice as good as you thought it would be, you just feel good about it, right? I certainly do. I feel good about it. I certainly feel good about my Kinetico quality water softener because it's head and shoulders better than anything else I've ever had. It's all made in America. And look, Kinetico's been serving San Antonio for over 50 years. Your shower feels better. Your clothes come out of the washing machine better. The dishes better. And you're protecting all those appliances in the meantime because of the hard water in San Antonio. You don't have that issue anymore. And it doesn't run on electricity. It runs on that kinetic energy. I don't know what that is or how it works. I just know it provides soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they still got that deal going on. You need to take advantage of it. You buy a Kinetico quality water softener, they're going to give you a free reverse osmosis drinking station that they're going to install right there at your kitchen sink. It's like having bottled water at your kitchen sink. They're also going to give you some free money. 0% interest for 12 months. That's incredible. 0% interest for 12 months. Give them a call. Get this done. Treat yourself. You know you got family coming in for the holidays. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE. Connecticut.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
We've reached that time of year, boys and girls. The NBA is upon us, and there's no better way to get in on the action than with Underdog. Fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, they are back, and playing on Underdog is so easy. You just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, blocks. You get your picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. I'm going to be looking at the Spurs early on, and I'm going with Victor Wembanyama, big man himself. Let's go higher on his blocks. I think it's a great way to start things off. Download the app today. Use promo code ALAMO. That's ALAMO, and you'll score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play for just $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Hormones can affect everything. Bad skin, bad hair, low energy, poor sleep, brain fogginess, libido, and weight gain. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we take a functional approach to your hormone problems. Eating right and exercise will not be beneficial without optimal hormone function. This goes for men and women. We do state-of-the-art testing to get to the root of your hormone issues and help you get well and stay well. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. We can help. 210-468-1891.
Progressive Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance might be the easiest part of owning a home. Definitely easier than this.
Psst, honey. Honey! What? Shh,
there's a salesman walking up the driveway.
Oh no, he's got a clipboard.
What do we do?
Get down.
Down?
On the floor, you...
Shoot, did he see us?
Why are you breathing so loud?
Home ownership isn't easy, but with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, shopping for home insurance is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Fun times at UTSA this week. ESPN coming in on Thursday, and then, boy, a big one in the Alamo Dome Thursday night. The Tulane Green Wave in town to take on the UTSA Roadrunners. Ought to be a lot of fun. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
It is the lights-out game at UTSA, who's wearing their blackout uniform celebrating Halloween. Let's talk about it. Jeff Traylor, head football coach at UTSA, joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. And Coach, I know you've got a game Thursday, and we'll get to that. But tomorrow, ESPN doing SportsCenter on campus. They want fans to show up in costume, and it says they want people to dress up as you. But also, you are going to be judging a Halloween costume tomorrow contest. I'm curious, what do people need to do to get on your good side when it comes to you deciding who the winner is?
That might not be a real smart thing to do right now. I don't want my popular streaks right now, so I hate to see what this might look like tomorrow. So I hope they bring some good luck and some charm with them, whatever that outfit is. We need to get playing better quickly.
Well, what is it, Jeff, you call it, your San Antonio tuxedo that you always wear, your hat and your sport coat and your blue jeans?
Yeah, that's if you're in a casual day like tomorrow's gonna be a little cool, so it'd be a good untucked shirt, boots, blue jeans, ball cap, and look the part but feel the part as well.
Now, do you think as you're going to be, it says here, Coach Traylor will select the winning costume live on ESPN. Will you select the best Jeff Traylor costume, or do you think you might go to something a little bit different that's just a little bit more creative?
Well, this is so out of my element. Anybody that knows me very well knows there's a reason I wear pretty much the same looking stuff all the time. If I would mess it up, if I tried to get too creative, I would probably go with I would not want to get too much out of my comfort lane. The one that looks the most similar to what my boring self would do, to be honest with you, Jason.
All right, and let me correct, the SportsCenter on campus deal is Thursday, game day, not tomorrow. So let me correct that. It's not tomorrow. It's Thursday. They're going to be doing a SportsCenter on campus. Are you going to dress up, Coach?
No, sir. I will not be participating in the Halloween festivities. I'll be obviously it's game day, so we'll be like really in between meetings. You're trying to keep players out of the bed sleeping the entire day, keeping them focused on the game plan and not just shacked up in their room snoozing the entire day. So I'll be on. Mike will get me over there as quickly as possible and back. But what a great opportunity for our city again, our university. The Spurs are hot, and UTSA is a wonderful campus. And how cool is that? All of us sports junkies, everybody on this phone call right now, we grew up watching ESPN. That's what got us so addicted to the sport that we love so much. And those guys are so professional. They're almost as good as you two guys, but they're really good at their jobs. And it's just fun to be around them. They're so educated, and they bring a lot. It'll be fun for us and to show off our great university.
Well, Jeff, I would think that because I know that fans are going to be out there, the students are going to be out there. I would imagine it's going to be a rowdy crowd Thursday night against Tulane, and certainly that only helps, right?
I hope so. I mean, the Spurs are in town. They're 4-0 already. They were 5-0 in preseason, so they're 9-0 in my book. And we're on national TV. But it's kind of like I was saying earlier to the media. Since we've been here in our 6 years, when we were rolling hot, our fans have been loyal. And when we've been just trying to get back in the hunt, they've been loyal. And I know the ones that really care the most and can get there will be there. And we're grateful for that. A smaller crowd is 20 to 22,000. Sounds like 50 in that place. And anything more than that just adds to it. But, we're pretty special in that building. We have a really, really great opponent coming. Tulane's been good for so long. They're what we aspire to become. They've done this historically for a long time. And John does a wonderful job, as did Willie. A ton of respect for Tulane, what they've done through the years.
Coach, you look at that and just the atmosphere surrounding it. Hopefully the students are making it look great on the SportsCenter early in the day, and they keep the party going and show up at the Alamo Dome and loud, and hopefully they don't have early classes on Friday. But even going with the blackout uniforms and social media, they tweeted out some photos of them. I know your players have to be excited about these uniforms they're going to be wearing, and I know it sounds corny to say, but how fired up are they talking about the uniforms they get to wear on national TV?
Yeah, they're still kids. Somehow that gets lost in all this. I think with rev share and NIL and transfer portal, it's kind of somehow a loss in all that. We forget they're you can't call them boys. I mean, young men, because they get the feelings hurt when you call them boys. But they are. They like to dress up. They like to be seen, and they play well in black for whatever reason. Historically, we've played well in that uniform, and our kids like to do it. And it's not just us. Anywhere in the country, when it's blackout night, for whatever reason, those kids always come with a little bit extra juice, and I'm sure ours will have some as well.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. Jeff, having the, I don't know, call it a mini bye, I guess, that you had since your last game, did you guys do anything different? Was there anything that was, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want you to tell us, Coach, but any tricks installed, anything like that? I mean, did you guys do anything different practice-wise?
Well, it was only a week and a half, but when you play as bad as we did, our fan and our media, they're used to us being in championships and winning and playing really good, and we did not. We did not show up, in my opinion, to what we should have shown up as. So it felt like an entire season in about 11 days. Just it's a long 11 days to hear how sorry you are and how bad you stink and you're not any good. And terrible coaches. We all should be fired. All the players are terrible. I mean, that's a long week and a half. So practices have been extra crispy and frisky. We've gone a lot more good on good than we have. Got banged up. Injury reports probably a little more from practices than it has been for the games. And but nothing out of the ordinary other than just a lot more good on good and trying to raise our physicality. When you miss 37 tackles in a game and you really can't tackle live to the ground, there's just not depth on your rosters to do that anymore. You just can't do it. So how do you get better at tackling without tackling to the ground? So it's really hard, but you got to figure it out as a coach. And we've worked really hard at just being better on defense. Our defense has gotten better each week, all year. And, boy, we took a tremendous turn for the negative in the North Texas game.
Coach, I was going to ask because I think that was the bigger surprise. I know the final score kind of got out of hand. It was competitive early, but I was surprised at the poor play from the defense. And you mentioned missed tackles, 37 of them. Was there something that North Texas was doing, or was it just one of those Saturdays where just 11 guys weren't on the same page anywhere? I mean, were you able to put a finger on what went wrong, and is that fixable?
Yeah, we really didn't have any MAs, which I don't know if that's good or bad. We were where we were supposed to be. Now, twice they ran past our safety, but we were not where we were supposed to be. But they did a great job on those two routes. And they did a great job of getting their really, really huge running backs on our small safeties. I'm sure that's a game plan that will be followed from here on out. Our safeties are going to come in there and tackle backs. And when you play as much cover 4 as we do, that's what your safeties are supposed to do. They're supposed to be the run fits. And, like the 4th and 1 right before halftime, I knew Eric was going to go for it. 4th and 1 on his -30, 17-14. We misfit that one. That's one of the ones where we did not fit it correctly. So they get the first down by about an inch. Or we got the ball on the +32 right before halftime. Then on 3rd and 12, they run draw, and we missed 2 tackles. Then right before halftime, they run draw from the 17-yard line. We missed 2 tackles. And he scores on the play, believe it or not. So it was just, yes, it is fixable. There's no doubt it is. But, boy, that was just, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but you remember they had a big game versus South Florida the week before.
Yep.
And South Florida beat them just as bad as they beat us. And what did we do the week before? We beat Rice just as bad as South Florida beat North Texas. So we did not handle the prosperity, obviously, very well. And Eric's team responded extremely well from a butt kicking. So it'll be interesting to see how we respond from getting our teeth kicked in Denton.
Well, Jeff, just looking ahead to Tulane, obviously you mentioned earlier they've been a good team. They've been a good team for a long time. What is it they do well? And obviously you want to tackle better in this football game, but what are you looking for and what do you have to do to stop this team?
they play very similar to the way Willie's teams play. You know, they're a ball control team. They're going to win with their defense, and they're going to run the ball and then play action pass you. They're not trying to score 50. You know, that they keep the games kind of relatively close and try to out-execute you late. It's very much like you're watching Willie Fritz's teams play. And Tulane's done that. You know, they're a really good private school. They've got a bunch of really smart kids. You can tell they work hard on a lot of schemes and a lot of situational football. And that's what Tulane's secret has been, you know, for a long time. And they're doing very well.
You look at Tulane, I believe their only loss on the year was to Ole Miss. Obviously, I mean, you know, I look at where you guys are right now, 3-4, undefeated, 5-0 when wearing the black uniforms. You guys are so good at home. I know you do so much journaling, Coach. You go study film. You look for trends. Have you figured out, I guess, as I asked that, I'm answering the question in my head, but have you kind
Obviously
of figured?
Not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Damn it, Coach, that was on me. But
look, you got to be careful. I mean, but they are, right? It's just like Bill Parcells. Your record is who they say you are. And I remember in all the heyday, we were winning all these games. And Jason, we're still in respect. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. We were still going at it. We were barely winning those games, and you were like pulling your hair out, like why this and why that and why this. It's not like we were coming home boat racing people on the road. It's hard to win on the road in college football. Period. And last year we lost on the last play of the game to Rice. We lost the last play of the game to Tulsa. We had a 10-point lead on East Carolina in the fourth, and we had a 2-minute drive follow up. We got driving to win against Army last year. So, yeah, that's 4 losses on the road. And now it's like, oh, now they haven't won a conference game in a whole year. Well, now you go to this year, and we go up there and blow a 10-point lead at Temple. And now we get boat raced by them. So now the narrative is we can't win a road game. And guess what, Jason? How long is that going to be the narrative? Until we go win a damn road game. This is not that complicated. I mean, and what makes me mad, Jason, we've worked so hard this year. We couldn't run the ball last year. We had to throw it to survive. We run the ball as good as anybody in the country right now. We protect our quarterback as good as anybody in the country right now. And our passing game is boo-boo garbage right now. And we have got to get that going. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It makes no sense that we're running the ball this well. We can't execute in the 4 pass. Those 4 drops Saturday, 3 on third down, 1 for a touchdown. And everybody wants to follow the quarterback. Just go back and look at the game honestly. His 17 opportunities to make a play. He had 2 bad throws and he had 2 bad decisions. In the 17 play, he had an opportunity to make a play. 15 ball he put right on us. So it's very frustrating. Like, what is that? Yes, he missed throws. As great as Drew was in the game for Eric, the quarterback, he missed 6 throws. It's just part of – no quarterback is going to not play a perfect game. But we can't – I believe it's very scheme-driven. We've got to figure out what this particular group of receivers does well in our quarterback and our tight ends, and we have just done an abysmal job of that, in my opinion, this year as a coaching staff.
Well, Jeff, and I know and I'm not picking on your players here. Please don't take it this way. But when you look at all the missed tackles and the drop passes, can you narrow that down as simply as just a lack of concentration in that point in time?
It's just too simple. That means literally you could walk down the street and hire anybody in the entire world to walk in the building and say, we've got to concentrate better, man. It's just never that simple. If it were that simple, hell, everybody would do it. I mean, if you look at each particular drop, it's mind-boggling, honestly. Patrick Overmeyer in the end zone, that kid makes that catch in practice. I can't tell you how many times. AJ's as good a kid as there is in the world, number 84, dropping that slant route. David Amador on that cell cut, how many times have you seen that kid make millions of great catches for us? And then DJ dropping the cell cut on third down, who's really starting to come on. The missed tackles. You're talking about some safeties that have made some great plays for us through the years. I don't know. I really wish I could tell you. Lack of concentration, maybe. The rain delay. not having our warm-up, them getting the warm-up in their indoor, us not getting to, then us getting the warm-up later. Like, you start going down that road, and you'll be making a lot of excuses, in my opinion. For whatever reason, to your point, obviously we were not concentrating enough, or we would have tapped better and caught the ball better.
Jeff Traylor, head football coach at UTSA, joining us here on the Blitz. Home game Thursday in the Alamo Dome, the lights-out game, the all-black uniforms. I can tell, Coach, this 11 days, probably the longest 11 days you've had as the head coach of the UTSA Roadrunners. Have the practices and the meetings been a little bit more spirited, or, and I say that, the intensity level, or do you try to keep things as normal as possible, even though you're coming off the loss like you're coming off of?
I stand by what I've said all year. I like this team. They show up every day. They're good kids. I mean, I'm getting blitzed because we had 9 penalties Saturday, And then you look at it, it's not like last year where they were after the whistle, unsportsmanlike conduct, not behaving the way I want those kids to behave. Now, we ended up getting that squashed the last 5 games of the year, but the first 8 games of the year last year, we might have led the country in personal fouls and unnecessary roughness and defensive pass interference. All that's kind of gone. These kids are not like that. I just hate it. I don't feel like they're a 3-4 team. The fact is, we're a 3-4 team. They show up every day. They have great attitudes. They're embarrassed. They feel terrible. And I hurt for them. I hurt for my kids. And they don't get to do this at once. And you know how the new world of football is. In December, it'll all blow up, and we'll have to go get us another team. So I'm trying to rally this team right now and just try to, shock the world Thursday night. And I know how different next week would be if we somehow could pull off a miracle and upset Tulane Thursday night.
Well, that's the beauty of another game, Coach, because it's another opportunity to get it done. And I know your players are going to play better, you're going to coach better, and the fans are going to cheer better. So I'm looking forward to Thursday night.
We are too. We are. Unfortunately, we've got, as I told y'all before, North Texas, we've got murderers in a row. North Texas has 1 loss on the season. And I will say, scheduling matters, man. Scheduling matters. North Texas plays no P4s. None. 0. Their players are very confident right now. Tulane has 2 P4s at home. They have Northwestern at home. They have Duke at home. What I would give to get 1 P4 to come to San Antonio and play us in the Alamo Dome. So scheduling matters, and I think you got to look at all that stuff. In this new world, when your players are not the same ones you recruited and stayed with you for all 5 years, they can be very, very fickle, even though they're good kids. They can think they're really good when they're really not, and they can think they're really bad when they're really not if you don't get off to a really good start. And I still think we're lingering from the A&M Texas State, not getting some confidence early in the year by playing 2 teams that were tough to start the season with, to say the least. So I do think that would be something we need to look at. Can we get our schedule? I don't mind playing P4s. Does it have to be Texas and A&M and Tennessee and LSU? I mean, that's another world. The Duke, Northwestern, and not playing one. And then you see what happened with Tulane. Had to go play Ole Miss. That's a tough ask to have those kids go, especially when they can just buy your kids from you right there on the field when you're done playing them.
Some of the stuff, and it's a conversation for another day of what it's actually like to be a head coach or a coach in college athletics in 2025. It's a different world.
I'm not trying to throw any shade. Those contracts that when I walked into them, they were done 10 years ago. I don't even know who did those contracts. I just know that if you can predict the future, you don't want to be playing the guys that have the very most money for them to be watching you try out their kids they're going to take from you the very next season.
Good point.
Yep.
Good point. Well, Coach, good luck, and we'll change the narrative next week.
I hope so. Appreciate you guys. Sorry we were so abysmal It's nobody's fault but the man you talked to on the phone, so I apologize. God bless and birds up.
God bless birds up. Jeff Traylor, head coach at UTSA and judging the costume contest Thursday. If you go as Jeff Traylor.
Dude, that would be must-see, even if you're not going as Jeff Traylor. I'd like to go see that.
I mean, you can go. It is open to the public, or it's going to be live on SportsCenter with Matt Berry.
Well, there you go. We'll be watching it right here. What time does that take place?
It's hang on, because I originally got the day wrong. So let me double check and make sure. 1 to 2 Central. You know, Matt Berry, who hosts that midday, Arizona State alum. Good dude. Matt Berry's a lot of fun.
Yep.
That's going to be a good time. And it says here, fans are encouraged to show up in costume, whether as their favorite Halloween character or as Coach Jeff Traylor himself, for a chance to appear on national television. Coach Traylor will select the winning costume live on ESPN. So bring your creativity and Roadrunner pride.
Isn't that your favorite costume anyway, Coach Jeff Traylor?
Well, for me, it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You went last year, didn't you?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Had the white hat, 2-0 on there. Put on a sport coat.
He's a little taller than you, Minix.
He's a lot taller than me.
I'm just saying.
Most people are.
A little bit. Well, this is very true. Very true. But
you see that video, speaking of tall people, last night?
Oh, my gosh.
Wemby bent over, hands on knees, and was still taller than the damn referee.
Yeah.
I know how that guy feels.
That dude's 7'10".
He's, I mean.
I think he's grown 2 inches since the season started.
Since this show started today.
Exactly.
He's 8'1" now.
That guy, that growth spurt that young man's going through is unbelievable. Well, speaking of Wemby, let's talk some Spurs basketball. They are hot right now. 4-0. Couple of days off for them as they look forward to the Miami Heat coming into town on Thursday. We're talking Spurs basketball when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, it is Halloween week and weekend is upon us, and everybody has their plans. None of you plan on getting arrested, but some of you will. It happens all the time, every day, for all kinds of reasons, especially weekends like what we're about to have happen. So if you do find yourself arrested, you know you're going to want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential, open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. Up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
You're locked on the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states. Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Spurs won their 4th consecutive game last night. They beat the Toronto Raptors. They're 4-0 on the young season. They got a few days off before they take on the Miami Heat inside the Frost Bank Center on Thursday night. Game 4 of the World Series. The Dodgers won that marathon game last night to take a 2-1 World Series lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. Game 4, it's tonight in L.A., and you can catch it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star at 6.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
On a Tuesday afternoon, I tell you what, if you get off at 5 o'clock, your Tuesday's over for all intents and purposes. You're sliding right into hump day. It's coming. It's coming. Tuesday's over. At least the hard part of it is. Game 4 of the World Series tonight. You can listen to it right here on 94.1. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. And you got a picture of Arch Manning. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Barstool Longhorn at UT Barstool has a photo of Arch Manning in his black Denali getting what appears to be some sort of traffic visit by a Austin police officer. I don't know if it's speeding ticket. Maybe he was swerving. Officer, man, I'm in concussion protocol. I don't know what his traffic violation was, but he's got his phone out. We all know he's probably showing his insurance on his phone, and the cop seems to be not pulling out a mini helmet for an autograph. But he's
writing something down. Appears to be a ticket or a warning. Who knows?
It could just be you're Mr. Manning.
Yes,
I know who you are. Let's don't do this again. But UT Barstool put in good news. Seems Arch may play Saturday. If you're in concussion protocol, are you supposed to be driving?
I wouldn't think you would be.
I mean, he's not wearing sunglasses.
No. Well, he might have been.
Unless he took them off for the officer.
Arch looks confused in this picture. Like,
are you really pulling me over?
Well, not only that, but, dude, I know how he feels. When I try to get my insurance off my phone, it's like, I don't know how to do it, and I forgot the password inside this.
He's a kid. Yeah, trust me. He knows where it's at.
Dude,
I mean, you can't take your old man tech problems and compare that to what Arch would have.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, do you have problems with pulling up your insurance on your app?
No.
And let me ask you this question. When a cop pulls you over, if there's any police officers out there listening that can answer this question, please do. Don't you already know that I have insurance by just running my plate?
Yes.
So why do I have to show it?
Because they want to make sure.
You're running my plate. I know you're doing that before you get out of the car. You know who I am. You know if I have insurance or not.
Why do I have to have my license on me? You know I have that too.
Well, I don't know if they know that. Do they know that?
Well,
you have your license?
I mean, they know if it's suspended or not.
Well, I guess they would know that.
I mean,
that's a good question.
If you hand them your driver's license and it's not expired, but they know it's suspended, you're going to jail.
Well, okay.
Right?
Sure.
So I can have my license suspended, but it still be in my wallet, right? They don't take it from you. I don't know.
No.
Never had my license suspended, but I don't think they take it from you.
Well, I just don't know because I guess there was a time where, everybody carried the paper insurance in their glove box.
Well, you could still print it out.
Well, you can,
Grandpa.
but I'm just saying, I think they know already, right? I mean, they know when they pull you over that you're insured.
I mean, but we all don't have those George Costanza wallets anymore, like what Pledge just pulled out to show that he still has his paper insurance stuck behind his driver's license.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Speaking of mine,
I mean,
sitting on that thing all day makes my butt hurt.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time that I used to have my $100 bill with the paper clip on my driver's license. You hand it to the cop, and sometimes they hand it back to you and tell you to have a nice day.
Sometimes
you
they do
just
that.
Might be down $100.
Yeah, well, sometimes were you bribing cops now?
I'm not. I wasn't bribing cops. I mean, I just keep money there. I carry my wallet and my cash.
Oh,
but they let me go, and I didn't argue.
And the 100 was gone?
I'm not saying.
Oh.
Yeah, it was gone.
Wow. Okay.
But I didn't get a ticket, so I didn't care.
I didn't know. You see how this works? You just stick a $100 bill in your wallet. Hand it to him.
No, don't do that. It's paper clipped to your driver's license. You hand it to them. You don't say anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, he could have taken $100 and still given me a ticket. What was I going to do?
Hey, we could have arrested you. You bribed me,
no,
young
I didn't bribe
man.
you. I mean, you carry your money, right?
Yeah. See, now, Brandon Hernandez on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. I'm assuming you're a police officer, Brandon. He says, yeah, we know if you have insurance or not.
So why do we have to verify and prove it?
Good question, Brandon. Can you answer that for us?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the dude that showed up at that bar over there. And
maybe. It could be. Although a lot of officers listen to us.
Do they?
Absolutely.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I tell you this, I got pulled over Chavano Park.
Oh, yeah. Wait. How did that happen?
How
did that happen?
He assumed I was speeding, and I disagreed with him, but he
didn't see the bat signal.
Well, no, because I guess not.
I mean, I thought that was part of the rules.
Well, maybe that is, but I'm just saying.
Is he a rookie cop?
No, the only thing he told me was, you guys need to talk a little more about the Houston Texans.
Did he let you go?
Yes,
because he knew who you were. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, that's not always the case. I'm sure this police officer knew who Arch Manning was, and he didn't let him know.
Well, we don't know if he got a ticket. Might be just getting
dude
a warning.
Maybe. He was writing something down.
I mean, but you get a warning. It's like when I got that warning not that long ago. It was just a warning.
Maybe I've always heard it depends on what time of the month it is. And I don't mean that by that. I mean because you got a quota time,
they
right?
always claim they don't have a quota.
I'm just saying. It's interesting stuff,
but
and
you
we're
always
learning
know it's
a lot
quota
here.
time when the motorcycle cops are out by the radio station. Choom, choom, choom.
Dude, my goodness.
Uh-huh.
That's the last ticket I got was from a motorcycle cop.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really irritated the hell out of me, too. I'll tell you that. But they're just doing the job. Love you guys.
So the cop thinks we need to talk more Texas.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Well, too bad for him.
But he didn't get. He didn't give me a ticket.
Well, that's because he had the sticker.
Well, but I don't have one now. I need to get one. I got to run by City Hall and grab a sticker.
You don't have one?
I don't.
How is?
I got to run by City Hall and get one. And I was just at City Hall the other day to vote.
And you didn't get your sticker?
I didn't. I'm going by there tomorrow.
That's priority.
It is.
I mean, you might get 3 tickets on your way.
It's a get out of jail free card.
I mean,
apparently, I've never had that.
Where you live, man. And I know you don't use your blinker. You'll get a ticket for that where you live.
I use it, except when I'm merging, which is ridiculous. So you have to use it then.
Dude, I almost got into a wreck today. Coming to Paramvidal, turning on Austin Highway. Cars coming this way. Didn't look to be going all that fast. Had their blinker on, so I thought they were going to turn right onto Paramvidal, so I started to go. And they didn't turn, even though their blinker was on.
Well, that's just it's like an old dude like me that just forgot it was on. I hate that when I did. Oh, I better turn that off. My goodness. All right.
Unplug it.
Charean Williams. I wonder if she knows if Jerry's going to make a trade or not.
She does.
We'll ask her. ProFootballTalk.com. She joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, I wonder at the Roo Pub, did they stay open for the entire game last night, or at 2 o'clock did they tell everybody they had to leave even though the game wasn't over? That's crazy. Wonder what their plan is for tonight. Go into Roo Pub and find out. World Series does continue tonight. Texas State's on. You need multiple TVs. No better place than the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. But this week at the Roo, Wednesday night, steak night, Friday night, Halloween. Their 12th annual Halloween party, and you know the Halloween parties at the Roo Pub have become legendary. They'll have DJs on Friday night, Halloween night, both inside the Roo Pub and next door at the Angry Elephant. No cover charge, a $1,000 costume contest that starts at midnight. If you know, you know. You've heard that saying. Trust me, you want to be at the Roo Pub on Friday night for their Halloween party. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Joel, don't you just love Halloween?
It's okay, but I do like your troll costume.
I'm not wearing a costume.
Folks, if your home's AC starts making those witching sounds or the pipes in your wall start moaning and clanging like ghosts having a party, call Quarter Moon at 651-5899 and we'll send our team of highly trained
Ghostbusters!
I was gonna say technicians.
I ain't afraid of no clogs.
Quarter Moon Plumbing and AC, 651-5899. License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back. My emotions are stable and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything, unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Greatness is here. All 830 of our famous footwear stores now carry Jordan brand. So it's easy to score Jordan brand footwear and accessories, from hats to backpacks to socks, for the full family at a store near you. Famous Footwear's in-store fit experts will help you find the perfect style and the perfect fit. Because every day is a chance to make it famous. Come in and shop Jordan brand footwear and accessories at your local Famous Footwear store today.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999, plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I want to show off the prep that I did for this interview, so if you've got your pen ready, write this down.
Got it, I'm ready.
Bo Nix this season, 4.9 yards per drop back against zone coverage, 6.2 yards per drop back against man coverage. So just throwing that out there.
All right, well, I got to go change the game plan, guys. All that man-to-man you guys want to see. Let me go get Flus.
Now you tell him, hey, man, back to the drawing board, buddy. Your old stuff is going to work here.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bell Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys did not fare well in Denver last Sunday.
Understatement.
It is an understatement. Trade deadline 1 week from today. What's going to happen? This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
And the question this week really is going to be, will Jerry Jones make a trade before the deadline to help that defense? Let's ask Charean Williams from Pro Football Talk, who joins us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Full disclosure, Charean, Joe and I have a beer bet on will Jerry make a trade. Joe thinks he will stand pat. I think he will make a move.
Are you saying he'll make a move to be a buyer or a seller?
He will make a trade.
That's a big question.
You know, for our beer bet, we actually don't have that.
I should have put that in the small print.
I mean, there is no. I think he'll make a move, and honestly, I think he will. Hell, he needs to either go find another linebacker and or safety. I think he needs to do both.
I think he wants to make a move. I'm with Joe. I don't think they do make a move. If you just look at it, look at the teams, look at the standings, look at the records of all the teams, they need to move the trade deadline back because there are going to be way more buyers than sellers on this market. And to go make a trade, I think you're going to have to give up a lot more than you would want to give up. They want a middle linebacker. I can tell you that for a fact. They want one. Their middle linebackers have not played well. They want to upgrade. They think they can really be helped defensively if they upgrade at middle linebacker. So, obviously Logan Wilson, that's a team that could be a seller. He's been benched. But how many teams are going to go after and want to trade for Logan Wilson, and how much is it going to cost you? And that's what I think it comes down to. I think it's just going to be too expensive, and I think Jerry covets those draft picks way too much to part with high picks. Now, he's done it before. We saw it with Jonathan Mingo. We saw it with Trey Lance, picks that they shouldn't have spent, and they did. But I just think this time, I just don't think he's going to do it. I think he probably sees the light that one or two defensive players right now is not going to help this team enough to be a contender. They're not that close to being a contender that one or two guys is going to help you enough. So I think he stands pat.
Charean, that's interesting, and I agree with you, but you said something interesting when Jason first asked you that question, buyer or seller. Do you think Jerry could be a seller in this before the trade deadline's over?
Well, I think that's a bigger question than are they going to be buyers. I mean, if somebody comes and gives you a 2 for George Pickens, would you do it? I think I would. I think I would give up George Pickens unless I had a plan, and maybe they have a plan. I don't know. Maybe they have a plan for re-signing him. But Ed Werder said today they haven't even talked about an extension with his agent. I think it's going to be really hard to spend that much because the number's going to start with a 3. It's going to be $30 million a year. Franchise tag's $28 million. He's not going to play on a franchise tag. You could franchise tag and trade him, but would you get more now for George Pickens than you would if you tried to tag him and trade him? I don't know, but they better have a plan. But I just think I would make some calls and see what somebody might be offering. Some of these wide receiver needy teams would be offering for George Pickens, and I think if they offered me a 2, I would take that. I would take that and run. And yes, you're back in the market for a second receiver. I get that, but you're gonna have a ton of draft picks. And look at how these receivers coming out of college have just stepped in and stepped up and been amazing right away. So I think you can find, with all the picks you have, a wide receiver to be your number 2 receiver. And frankly, Jalen Tolbert's played pretty good. He hasn't been George Pickens for sure, but I'm just talking about the rest of this season before you go out and obtain that second receiver. I would listen. I don't know that I would do it for anything less than a 2, but I certainly would listen.
It's going to be interesting, and part of it, Charean, is this offense, outside of what we saw against Denver, has been so good this year. And I think about something that Jerry told us in Oxnard, it might have been 2 years ago, where it was the first time he'd ever said anything where I thought he was thinking about, man, he doesn't have a lot of time left on this planet at 83 years old. He said something along the lines of can't waste a season at this point. And I just feel like if they don't make a move to help this defense, especially with what they've invested on the offensive side, and when they signed Dak to that contract, it was to go get a Super Bowl while Jerry is still alive. But he hasn't helped the defense. He could go help the defense. They don't have to be a great defense when this offense is clicking on all cylinders. But like we saw against Denver, if the offense isn't perfect, the defense can't get a stop. They're a wet paper bag at this point. So can he do something to get him from 32 to 25? And could that be the difference, as he likes to say, when they're hanging around the rim?
Okay, so let me ask you this question. If you go out and you mentioned middle linebacker and safety, if they go out and get a starting middle linebacker, a starting safety, does that make them a Super Bowl contender?
No.
My point. You're not a Super Bowl contender. You might probably make the playoffs. I don't know, though. That's the thing. I mean, I tweeted this. The easy part of their schedule ends Monday night. I mean,
yes.
It gets for real. And I will say this. I think Denver's the first really good defense that they played. Carolina's okay. Green Bay's okay. I think this is the first really good defense they play. They got some really good defenses coming. And they made that offense look not very good. it was okay. It wasn't like it had been the rest of the season. And so I'm not going to say that this offense is going to score you 40 points with every game with the schedule they have coming up. I don't see that happening. But I just don't think that going out and spending draft picks to get two players to maybe, hopefully, possibly make the postseason and then lose in the first round is worth what you're going to have to spend to get them. That's just my opinion, and I think that's what they're going to find on the trade market. I think they're going to find that everything is way overpriced than what they want to spend, and I think some of these teams who do believe that they're one player away are going to be willing to spend a lot to get that one player, which then makes it very expensive for Dallas to do what Dallas wants to do on the trade market. That's why I think they don't end up making a trade. I think they'll make calls. I think they'll try to make a trade. I just don't think it's going to happen.
You know, that's interesting, Charean. And as you're talking about that and you're talking about George Pickens, I immediately think of San Francisco and I immediately think of New England. Either one of those teams could use a George Pickens, and I think either one of those teams would sign him to a long-term deal afterwards. And I think that would probably come with the deal. I'm with you. A second-round pick for George Pickens, where do I sign? I think that'd be good. You mentioned the offense, though, and obviously Denver is a special defense. They lead the league in sacks. But that Denver front, and again, they're special, but they made that offensive line. You could see some holes still in that offensive line, and Dak basically had no time to throw the football. That's a problem coming up, as you mentioned. That offensive line is still a work in progress.
It is, and you look at the Chris Joneses and all those guys who are on the schedule coming up, and I think this offense is going to be shown to be – they're good. Make no mistake. They're good. Dak's playing at a high level, but I just think some of the defenses are going to temper some of that. I just think when you have a really good defense, you can make some stops and do some things to affect the quarterback to prevent them from doing what they want to do. It's just like, go back to last night. If you watch that game, Washington offensively played a really good first half. They played a really good first half. They drove down, they were across midfield, and every single possession, they had 7 points. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. You can pile up the yards, but if you turn it over twice on downs and you make an interception, that's 3 of your possessions in the first half that you haven't gotten points off of. And that's kind of the difference in that game. And I think the Cowboys are going to face some of those games when they're going to have to convert some fourth downs, take some chances, which, frankly, Schottenheimer didn't do and darn well should have done. But you're going to have to do some of that stuff to make this offense do what it's done at the first part of the season. To be very effective, you're going to have to take more chances on fourth down, be more aggressive, maybe do some 2 points when you do score touchdowns and not turn the ball over. So I'm just looking at the schedule and going, I don't know that 1 or 2 players is going to help them do what they want to do.
Serene Williams from Pro Football Talk here on the Blitz. Now, a player that they have paid is kind of under the bus right now with tire tracks all over him, and Trayvon Diggs. As leaky as things are around Dallas, how do we not know what actually happened at his house that caused a concussion, apparently?
Man, they have kept that under wraps, haven't they? Wouldn't you like to know the real story? I mean, I've heard rumors, but nobody's confirming anything. So I don't know. I don't know how it hasn't gotten out. I would expect at some point that it does, and I would expect it to be a great story when it does get out, because otherwise they would have said, hey, he's, making dinner and cut his finger, or he, slipped and fell by the swimming pool and hit his head, or some story. They haven't even made up a story. Like, we've heard nothing of a story of what happened. And it might have been better if they just made one up. Hey, he's cleaning his swimming pool and slipped and hit his head or whatever. Just make something up. Tripped over the dog. What was the Texas Rangers story? Was it Holland that had tripped over the dog or something?
Yep.
I don't know if that's real or not. I don't cover baseball, but I'm just saying, make something up like that and give us a story so people aren't speculating about exactly what it is.
Well, it's going to be interesting, but when you mentioned Trayvon Diggs and you listen to Jerry today on his radio interview that he did this morning, it just seems like they're done with Trayvon Diggs.
it does, but I was just on with 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, and they said, do you think they'll trade Trevon Diggs? And that's another one, okay? You start talking about being buyers or sellers. They would love to trade him. Absolutely. Offer us something for him. Who's going to pay for Trevon Diggs? He's on injured reserve. He has a concussion. He has a knee injury that he hasn't recovered from. No surprise, because typically that injury takes a year or more to come back from. Not a surprise. Kudos to him for working his butt off in the offseason in South Florida and getting back when he did. But he obviously was not the same player with that knee injury. Also has a little hamstring tightness, I was told. So all those things, and his contract, are you kidding me? Who's giving you anything for him? No one. You can't trade him. So I see why Jerry said today, like, I don't think this is the last game he's played for the Cowboys, because if he plays again this season, I think he's going to be with the Cowboys, because I think they would love to trade him. No one's going to call for Trevon Diggs. No one's trading for Trevon Diggs. I'm going to be shocked if they even get a seventh rounder, which I think they would be happy to part ways for a seventh round draft pick for him.
Wow.
That's not going to happen. So I don't know what his future is, whether he plays or doesn't play. Maybe he ends the season on IR with that knee just not ready to come back.
You know, I thought it was interesting the way Jerry carefully phrased when asked about his future in Dallas. Do you see him? And he said, today. Because he can't say no. I'm tired of this guy. But today, so it's lying. He's not lying. Today, this is what he's saying. Yeah. Tomorrow could be another story, kind of like making a trade for a linebacker. We'll see. we will see. You know,
and that could be your win, because you said make a trade. So if somebody would give a seventh for Diggs, then you've won the bet with Joe.
That's all that matters.
Well,
right?
that's not going to happen.
That really is all that matters.
Don't even put that out in the universe, Charean.
No.
Okay, don't even do. I've got to ask you before we let you go, Charean. You got to brag a little bit about your Aggies.
Wow.
Yeah. How about a second half for the ages? I mean, got Brian Kelly fired off of that. They, normally I get all worked up and I question a lot of things that they do. And I see a lot of things. I'm like, why did they do that? Whatnot and so forth. But I really wasn't that worked up at halftime, because I said, this is just self-inflicted wounds. I mean, you look at all the things they did, the personal foul and, that they had, the interception in the red zone right on the goal line, just, one miscue after another, the block punt. And I'm like, they always make great second adjustments at halftime for the second half of the defense. So I was convinced that the defense would be shored up in the second half, which they were. And I was convinced that those self-imposed errors would disappear, and they did. And it was our best half of football this season. And I think it showed that what they're capable of, and showed the growth that they've made and taken. And they're really good. How good, I don't know. Are they better than Indiana? Are they better than Ohio State? I don't know. I'm eager to find out. I think we will find out. I mean, they got two losses to play with. I don't think they lose two. I do think they lose one. I can't tell you who that will be. I honestly thought it would be Missouri, but now Missouri's not going to have a quarterback next week. So they could end up winning that one. Things are falling their way. Sometimes it's just your year. And maybe this is just A&M's year with Texas kind of taking a step back. Because when you first look at the schedule, when I went in, I was like, there's no way they lose fewer than 4 games when I first saw the schedule. With all the road games they had at tough places to play, and then everything's just kind of fallen their way so far. And I knock on wood as I say this, but they've been relatively good with injuries. The running back position, they've taken a couple hits, but they're so deep at that position. And hopefully those guys are coming back this season. I think Le'Veon Moss is probably a high ankle sprain, and he'll get back at some point in the next few weeks. So, yeah, maybe this is just their year. It certainly seems that way at this point.
It's such a great time to be an Aggie, yet most Aggies I know that suffer, and all of them do, from battered Aggie syndrome. Yeah. The excitement is so tempered because – they don't. I mean, Aggies don't know how to have nice things. How do you handle this success? But man, what a great time to be an Aggie, especially in a year in which the Longhorns preseason #1 are a disaster.
Yeah. Well, and you know, and again, this is battered Aggie syndrome. It would be just like A&M to go undefeated and then lose to Texas the last game of the year. And then, you know, it's sort of Ohio State did that and went on to win the national championship. But, you know, I think it was kind of tarnished a little bit by Michigan beating it in the last game. So, you know, Texas will still have a chance. They could still be in it at that point, frankly. If they can go ahead and win out before that game,
So,
they're going to have a tough time.
Yeah, let me ask you, though, Charean, a distinguished alum from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
They lose to Texas, but still win the national championship.
I'd take it.
Okay.
I'd take it. Just like Ohio State last year, I'd take it.
All right.
Big deal. You beat us. Good for you. It didn't mean anything to us. We won the national title. You know, that would be a game. If you're undefeated at that point, you've already clinched the SEC championship. In the NFL, that would be a game where you'd rest your guys. Like you'd say, hey, we're getting ready for next week for the SEC championship game. We're not playing in this game. We don't care if we lose. We don't care if we lose by 100. But you obviously cannot do that with your Texas A&M playing Texas and you're undefeated at that point. You have to put your guys out there and take the risk that, you know, you're going to hopefully get out of that without any injuries.
The great Charean Williams. Follow her on Twitter at NFL Charean. Read her at ProFootballTalk.com. Charean, next Tuesday, trade deadline day. It'll be interesting what the conversation's going to be like because you'll be on with us, about 2 hours after the deadline passes. Cool.
Yep.
We'll talk to you then.
Happens.
All right, good stuff. The great Charean Williams on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online, buyersbarricades.com.
Pick up your phone right now because you got a chance to win a pair of tickets to see comedian Martin Amini. I'm not toxic, I'm healing. This Saturday, November 1st at the Aztec Theater. If you don't win your tickets, you can always get them at livenation.com. Caller number...
A&M is ranked number 3 in the country. Let's go number 3.
210-656-3776, 656-ESPN.
If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro, especially if you need caps made. Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike Cap America, to name a few. If you need t-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. If you need uniforms, he has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries. If you need your logo on a golf shirt, a dress shirt, a fishing shirt, a half zip, a hoodie, Sam's got all the big name brands: North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Under Armour, Port Authority, to name a few. Sam is also now carrying a full line of Tommy Bahama. So get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. He's got all the big name brands. No order too big, no order too small. Call 210-824-3900 or get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410 across from McDonald's. Check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
It's lights out for Tulane. The UTSA Roadrunners host the Green Wave, presented by Cowboys Heating and AC, in a primetime national television game Thursday night in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 6:30 p.m. All fans are encouraged to wear black. Come celebrate Halloween with us and turn the lights out on Tulane. Tickets on sale starting at $24. Purchase online at goutsa.com or call 210-458-8872. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Progressive Home Quote Explorer lets you easily compare rates, so shopping for insurance might be the easiest part of owning a home. Definitely easier than this.
Psst, honey. Honey! What? Shh, there's a salesman walking up the driveway.
Oh no, he's got a clipboard.
What do we do?
Get down.
Down?
On the floor, you...
Shoot, did he see us?
Why are you breathing so loud?
Home ownership isn't easy, but with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, shopping for home insurance is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Oh, Halloween is coming up, man. It is coming up quick this Friday night. You know what's coming up Thursday night? I'm excited about it. You just heard the commercial if you were listening. The blackout in the Alamo Dome. UTSA taking on Tulane, and the Roadrunners need all the fans they can get. Well, we're going to put 2 of them in there right now. If you want to win a pair of tickets to go see that football game Thursday night inside the Alamo Dome, we're going to let you have a chance. If you don't win your tickets, you go to UTSA.com. Go UTSA.com. You can buy them there, but we're going to give you a chance to win a pair right now.
You're going to win a pair, huh?
We're going to win a pair.
Of tickets.
Yeah, do you want to call in? Yeah, you need a pair, Minix.
Caller 12.
Caller 12. 210-656-3776, 656-ESPN. You want to go see UTSA whoop up on the Green Wave of Tulane. Caller number 12 right now. Good luck to you. I hope you win them.
Oh, absolutely.
That's going to be a fun game.
It's Halloween, national television, Sports Center on campus Thursday afternoon from 1 to 2 with a Halloween costume contest that Jeff Traylor is going to judge.
I love it. He was. I think he's a little more excited than he sounded. I mean, that's got to be kind of cool, especially if you're looking at a bunch of Jeff Traylors out there.
Yeah. I think I know Jeff well enough. I can only imagine when they suggested or told him this is what he's going to do on a game day.
Exactly right. Well, it's kind of cool because it's almost like having game day at the stadium. I mean, this is like big time for UTSA, I think. I mean, it's not a Saturday, but certainly you got ESPN out here, and it's going to be that kind of an atmosphere.
That's exactly what it's going to be like. Every Tuesday about this time, we do our injury update powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Online at tsaog.com. Let's welcome on the Buyers Barricades guest line, Dr. David Espinosa. Doc, I want to start with Cam Scattaboo and that dislocated ankle. Now, it was turned in ways it's not supposed to turn, but they said it was dislocated. What else is going to be wrong with that? I imagine every ligament, broken bones, all kinds of stuff going on in there that ain't normal.
Hey there, fellas. Thanks for having me. And yeah, you're exactly right. So when an ankle dislocates, usually there is a fracture component, and so the ankle joint is composed of the shin bone, the tibia, the fibula, which is another bone next to that tibia, and then the talus, which in that joint allows the foot to go up and down. And so usually there's a fracture involving either the talus, the tibia, the fibula, or sometimes all of them. And then not to mention the ligaments that may also tear, and then tendons. Those are all trying to provide structure to the ankle joint. And so when you see a picture like that on Sunday, there's going to be quite a bit of damage, and that's why they rushed him off to the hospital immediately and, do the surgery there in Philadelphia as opposed to flying him back to New York as well.
Well, Doc, in a situation like that, and I know you don't know everything that was wrong and everything that they fixed, but typically, just ballpark, what kind of a recovery is that?
Well, he's definitely done for the year, for sure. And so, hopefully he's ready by camp, hopefully next year. But I would not be surprised if it's not a, September, October type of return frame for him as well.
And I'm a big fan of Cam Scattaboo. Loved him when he was at Arizona State. Hate that he's with the Giants. But he said hopes to be back next year with no issues. Will he have issues? Is this the kind of injury that a running back can deal with? I mean, I've always worried about his head in CTE, but now I'm worried about his wheel.
Yeah, so that'll be, it's definitely going to be quite the journey and road to recovery for him, especially doing everything he does, the cut, the pivot, the planting, and just really kind of pushing off, and especially the type of player he is. He's I'm going to run you over and I'm not going to step out of bounds or anything kind of guy. And so, a lot of it, the structure side, I think will do well. Fantastic surgeons that are going to do a great job, and he's going to have world-class, therapists and, even considering biologics and things that can kind of progress his recovery. But even with that, some of it is going to be the mental aspect, when he does get back on the field, and, is there going to be any hesitance? Is there going to be, is he going to second guess a move or a cut, just because of the, potential, re-injury or the thought process of it. So it'll be a road, but, he's young and hopefully, and he'll have a good team around him. So hopefully he gets back to where he was.
All right, Doc, let me ask you a question because I'm really curious about this. Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors tore his ACL a month ago. He still hasn't had surgery.
No, he had it today.
He had it today?
Yeah, today was surgery day.
It took a month to have surgery. Why would it take that long to have surgery? You mentioned Cam Scattaboo had surgery right away. Malik Neighbors waits a month.
Yeah, so in Scattaboo's situation, if there's concern for the vasculature, meaning like the arteries or nerves in the area, that's going to be, more expeditious as far as the surgery goes. And so with the dislocation, you do get a little bit more wary about some of those things. Now with an ACL, it depends on if there is other structures potentially injured as well, but then also just the amount of swelling and bruising and bleeding that happens in a joint with that type of injury. So it's not too uncommon for there to be a somewhat of a delay from the ACL, just to allow for that swelling and inflammation to kind of calm down. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was, either a different structure involved or debate as far as what type of approach to take, things like that. But the time frame isn't too surprising. But yeah, I think there might be some other stuff going on.
All right, Doc, I know this isn't necessarily ortho related, but Arch Manning is in concussion protocol. There are photos circulating today that he got a visit with a Austin police officer today. Looks to be writing him a ticket, or maybe, who knows, but he got pulled over. He's driving. Nice black Denali, and by all indications, that photo was taken today. Don't know if he got a warning, whatever the case. But in concussion protocol, should you be driving, or is that no biggie?
So we'll call this sports medicine, right? Which is definitely what we also do here at TSAOG. And with concussions, depending on the trajectory of the concussion, so the type of symptoms that they are suffering from. In some scenarios, if you're not having too much dizziness and your eye function is doing well, then in some cases you can be allowed to drive. But really, this soon out, it's not recommended.
So I mean, can I just jump to a conclusion, and that's what it is here? If he's driving, he's playing. Would that be fair?
No.
All right.
Definitely would not make that jump.
I mean, they got Vandy this week.
Yeah, they need him.
Are definitely a
rumors that his driver's license got intercepted while he was handing it to the cop are not true.
Yeah, they might take a closer look at his vision as well while he's there.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking, officer. I got a concussion.
Exactly. I was swerving, but I'm all right.
Yeah. Dr. David Espinosa, always appreciate the knowledge and the insight.
Absolutely. Great talking with you guys.
Dr. David Espinosa with the injury update, powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at tsaog.com. Dr. Espinosa and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. There was one more story I was going to ask him about it, but I thought better we'll save it till he's not on the phone. TMZ just posted an alarming story.
Yes.
Ape escape. Police are hunting for a diseased primate. It's armed with an STD, and it's very, very dangerous.
It's herpes infected, according to TMZ, and it's on the run. It was a truck crash in Mississippi. So we get people listening to us all over the country, Minix. And so if you're in Mississippi right now, I'm not sure exactly where.
Heidelberg.
Yeah, just Heidelberg, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for a herpes-infected monkey.
Now here's what these monkeys were in a semi-truck. They were going from Tulane University to University of Florida for a testing lab. There were several monkeys infected with hepatitis C, herpes, and COVID. The truck crashed, and one got away. There were other monkeys that have, it says here, have been destroyed, but one is still on the loose.
And it's herpes infected. Be careful.
Could have herpes, hepatitis, and COVID.
Okay, well, don't be sleeping with any monkeys tonight if you're in Mississippi, because who knows?
Why would you go there?
Be sure and join the fellas in the morning on the Morning Huddle. AJ and Rob, they'll get you started at 6 o'clock. Coming up next here on the Blitz, we've got Game 4 of the World Series. Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the L.A. Dodgers. Not sure who's going for the Blue Jays, but does it really matter?
It does.
Not sure. Minix and I will be back right here, as we always are, at 2 o'clock.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville. And